bẹ́nìkan ṣọ̀tá o ẹni retí rí lè jí pa. òjò ní wá a ò bẹ́nìkan ṣọ̀tá o ẹni retí rí lè jí pa. ó ti dá mi lójú pé ẹni bínú wa èmi roko síbi àti jẹ tó bá roko síbi àti jẹ èmi pọn mi síbi àti mu tó bá pọn mi síbi àti mu èmi mọ̀nà tó máa gbà.
Tẹ́lẹ̀ nínú orin tó ré kọjá ẹni Ọlọ́run fẹ́ lọ́mọ èèyàn fẹ́ ẹ máa yọ́nú sí mi àgbàtọ̀mọdé ẹ máa yọ́nú sí mi o ọkùnrin tóbìnrin ẹ yọ́nú sí mi ẹni bá yọ́nú sí mi ṣọ́jú ìyọ́nú Ọlọ́run ọba 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 òun lẹ́ ó máa rí. mo ní ẹ máa yọ́nú sí mi ọkùnrin ẹ yọ́nú sí mi obìnrin ẹ yọ́nú sí mi gbogbo ẹni bá yọ́nú sí mi ó ṣọ́jú ìyọ́nú Ọlọ́run ọba 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 òun lẹ́ máa rí. àánú mo rí gbà adé orí ọ̀kìn àánú mo rí gbà adé orí ọ̀kìn èmi jáyé orí mi.
Baby calm down, calm down. Yo, this your body, it puts in my heart for lockdown, oh lockdown. Yo, you sweet life, phantom, phantom. If I tell you say I love you, no day for me, young girl, oh young girl. No tell me no, 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 oh, 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 oh. Baby, gon' give me your lo, 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 oh, 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 oh. You got me like whoa, 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 whoa. Shawty gon' give me your lo, 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 oh, 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 oh.
Women in Rotary retreat. If you're not here, you're missing. What would you say, women? We know women.
Okay, my name is Veteran Rotary Benita Agboge, and I'm the chair for Women in Rotary, District 9112. We're here today at the district retreat for women, only women. This is a place where we brought the women so that they can relax, unwind, and then tell us what their problems are so that we can find solution to them personally. But sometimes women do like to discuss their issues when you have men around. So this is for women and women alone. So if you're not here yet, please join us. Thank you. Now, this is the first ever women's retreat we're having in our district. We're doing this so that women can be relaxed. We have a lot of women with emotional and mental health issues, and this is a way of empowering them to be relaxed and support them out of their depressions and any other problems they have. Even if we can't give them all the money in the world that they need, but at least we give them ideas on how to make money and support their families. Thank you.
To call them by their names, you'll be able to do that. You will. Okay, awesome. Because I made some friends already. So yes, this we've had a couple of hours already. Yesterday was the welcome ceremony. It was nice to see all of us unwind, you know, at the poolside and things like that. And this morning we've had our breakfast. So please, please, I don't want anyone sleeping. We have to make this interactive. Okay, this was put together for us. So we have to make sure that we bring our happy selves to bear. All right. Our DJ will be with us in a bit so that we can call the house to order. But before that, let's just get to know one another maybe a bit better. If that is alright, okay? Is that okay? Alright, so I'm going to start with myself. I am Rotary Ayo Opaleke of the Rotary Club of Omole Golden, District 9111. Yes, so it's nice to be here. I mean, I've met a couple of people in 9112 that I've known when we were still 9110, right? But right now, it's like we're forging relationships that are even deeper. So, please, if you do not mind. No, I took a helicopter actually. Oh my goodness. I have, but it's not green.
You're supposed to be green. If it's not green, you can't fall.
Oh my goodness, it's blue, right? Okay, so, unfortunately, I'm not sure we have yellow passports now, do we?
It's only green passport for you.
Oh my goodness, so thank you. We did the entire session together. His name, Rotary Sharon. Hi, he's the Balogun. That's Sharon. And that's break around there.
Please, send that woman 10,000.
10,000 for asking that beautiful question.
That's a very beautiful question. Because now me strapped now. My parents strapped and gave me name. What should I do? I should change it. Alright, I'm Rotary Sharon in Eripe from Rotary Club of Lagos Mainland. I'm going to be here with you all day. I'm not going anywhere. We go nowhere. Nobody is bigger than anybody in this place. I'm not going anywhere. Okay, who took flight to this place? Who took flight? Which flight?
I use Nigeria Airways.
Who took flight to this place? Which flight? That one are witchcraft. Who took an aircraft to this place? Which aircraft? God is good. Who like lying? Please, in this our forum, we don't like lies. Just come out straight. Be like Olori, say things the way they are, or be like Jennifer, always deliver. I don't know, for I've not tested your own. So where you are in Ago. I learned that in this place, they know they pay for a Ashobi complete. Yes. So please, if you are here and you are owing this program, ₦1, please, don't worry, collect your money.
No, you are paying to me.
Collect your money complete. This is not Ashobi we are saying. Collect your money complete. So I'll just start quickly because we are waiting for our DJ. My honorable sister had introduced me and introduced herself. But I would like to just thank a group of people that just decided to fill up their front seat first. I don't know what you are keeping the front seat for. Latecomers should sit at the back. So first, a round of applause for them. Round of applause for them. Round of applause for them. And half a round of applause for them. And say, well done. No, I didn't say shame, well done. I didn't say shame, don't say shame. Please fill up this place in front of you, please. Better let the latecomers sit at the back. You meet their veggies in this place. Alright, so I don't know. Olori, is there an award for the best virgin? There's an award for the best virgin, please. If you know you are sure you are a virgin, raise up your hand. You are sure? No, bros, put your hand down. Man, virgin are rubbish. Man, virginity is rubbish. When I was growing up, my sister, they called her, please, my daughter, as you're going back to school, be a good girl, represent the family. Don't misbehave. Don't disgrace the family. Here is 50,000 naira. Take. My elder sister, the same thing. Don't disgrace the family. Mama, can you hear me? Take care of your siblings. Be good, be modest. Don't let any man touch you. Keep your virginity. When it came to my turn, don't join court. So my virginity is useless, Abi? There's nothing to my virginity. How many of you want your daughter to marry a man that is a virgin? How many of you? Grandma, you want your daughter to marry a man that is a virgin? So you want men to spoil? Oh, you see, Rotary women, it's only that first one. Is it the truth? Read the left, they don't do it. Only is it the truth? The remaining one, leave them.
Do I need to remind you that you are right here with Rotary women?
Rotary women, the only thing they follow is number one. Is it the truth? Because of Amebo. Is it the truth? The remaining one. Are you in this? Are you with them? You are in trouble. Please make sure you finish these people. Make sure you deal with them. This group, they look like they are going to win. They've been giving me that vibe. When they are quiet, they are not shouting, they are not throwing banter. They look like they've got to the expo. Mama, send it to their WhatsApp, man. Don't say it outside. So we are waiting for the DJ. We don't know how long it's going to take. DJ, are you here? Where they told you? I don't want Naira. Please give me salsa. I'll call up someone else. Please, thank you. Please come. Thank you.
So we have material Tonya from Blue House.
God bless you.
Blue House.
It's not Baba Blue. Baba Blue.
Let her introduce herself. DJ, salsa, please bring it up.
Okay, material. No. Nice to have you. I hope you're having fun.
Let me speak. Agoiwe or Lagos? Lagos or Agoiwe? Lagos or Agoiwe? Lagos or Agoiwe? Lagos or Agoiwe? Eh? Please be loud so that we'll get it. Lagos or Agoiwe? You are staying, no? They actually shouted for you. Lagos or Agoiwe? Oh, that means they will dance again. All of you are staying. DJ, please. DJ! DJ, I want to speak to my face now. You speak to my face. I want to check something. They look like they're tired right now. They're tired right now. They're all vibing well. They're all vibing well. DJ, speak to my face now. Let's go. Come on. All right, let's go. Is she the winner? Eh? Is she the winner? Don't let me enter depression, please. Help me. You can't say yes, no for everybody. Is she the winner? No, Abi. Is she the winner? Is she the winner? Is she the winner? The two no, let's bring you out. Two of you stand. The two no, let's bring you out. Let's see who we are going to move to the next round. Please. These two are yes now. These two are yes, we know. But this one got a good number of no. She got a good number of no. Wait now. No be one. You must put energy if you want your people to win. So DJ, give them something like that. No, no. Eh? Wait, I'm coming. This is jollof rice. Fried rice. Relax now. Chinese. You understand? Jollof rice, fried rice, Chinese. How to first get? Which one do you prefer? Fried rice, jollof rice or Chinese? Should fried rice stay? No. Fried rice should not stay. This jollof. This jollof, Abi. Should jollof rice stay? Should fried rice stay? Okay, with raise of hand, let's go now. We've gotten voice, let's get raise of hand. Jollof rice, raise up your hand. Wait, relax. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, Abi. 7, God bless you. 7. Fried rice. Raise your hand. Sorry, I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Sorry, I heard there's a traitor among us.
No, it's okay. They can't, don't worry. Raise your hand, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's one there, Abi. Okay, 9 for jollof. Put your hand down. For fried rice, raise up your hand. Hey, don't pause them. Raise your hand properly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 14. So she went straight. If you had continued, she would have won.
Yes.
So please, no sentiment. Please come out. Don't face your people. They are not want to vote you in. Others will decide. Come to the meeting.
She's getting moral support from them.
Agalumo, raise up your hand. No sentiment. Agalumo, raise up your hand. Raise your hand now. Put your hand down. Put your hand down. Put your hand down. Let's be honest. There's no sentiment. You're not the best person. You're not the person I want. No sentiment. Agalumo, pineapple. If you want Agalumo, raise up your hand. Agalumo, raise up your hand here. Let me count from here. How many?
Some people were potting.
1, 2. Here, let me count. Anybody? Agalumo. From here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 24 for Agbalumo. If you want pineapple, raise up your hand. No, you can't force them now. Should we count? Let's count, please. What is wait?
Everyone that contested, right? Thank you. We appreciate every single person. Thank you very much for being with us. Thank you. The planning committee has said that every contestant is going to get something. So thank you for being with us.
Going forward. See, there's nothing anybody can tell me here or give me that will make me shit on anything. I'm telling you the truth. So once we know the winner, that winner must win. I'm still going to be an umpire at the coming Rotary family of Rotary birthday, 13th of December. They know me, I have a track record. No, for real. The winner will always win. So please, a round of applause for her. All these things you want to do, they didn't vote for us. We will not vote for them. It will countermount on you. Because once you don't vote, they will decide not to vote. If they have a support there, you are out. So please, let's follow our mind. The fact that it's separated in two different camps does not mean that you are not the same.
Are you serious? We met in Rotary.
Come on, please stand up. Stand up. Please come on.
Everything's a progress.
If I bring her out now to dance, would you agree? Chasing and cheating. All she has to do is this. That's all. Please go and sit down.
She don't feel that time.
No. You're not feeling too well.
Now that you have told them now, they won't.
Someone asked you.
Someone is offering to come out. Oh, okay.
Oh my God, a round of applause for her. Very calm, very calm. She doesn't. I'll just give you the exercise to do. Are you ready? Both of you, are you ready? Put your phone here.
Both of us, I thought they are competing.
No.
You have strength.
I know, just do it. Winner, sharp. Are you
No,
ready?
she's the winner.
Only one leg.
You are conceiving just like that.
Are you ready? Yeah. Let's go. 1, 2, go.
She's the winner.
Is she the winner? No. Is she the winner?
From drugstore, and the product we are here to talk to you about is called Salon Pass. All right. I want to believe that virtually every one of us here, we live in an age where pain is rampant. So we want to talk to you about how can you manage pain even without popping pills. So we say Salon Pass is a safe and innovative approach to pain management. Now, for everyone here, if I'm to give, facilitator, please, how many minutes do I have?
5 minutes, sir.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
All right, so this product is from Japan, company called Isamitsu. If I'm to give every one of us a mobile phone, and I tell you, okay, fine, I want to give you one from Japan, another one from Dubai, I'm very sure every one of us here will take the one from Japan, because Japan is synonymous with quality. Same thing as Salon Pass. All right, it's a pain patch that helps to manage pain. We talk about mild to moderate musculoskeletal pain. Like I said, every one of us here have pain one way or the other. So we have 3 types. Please, Emma, can you come? So we have 3 types. We have Salon Pass patch, which is the one I'm having here. We have Salon Pass big size, which is this, and we have the Salon Pass spray. Now, the small size is for static areas. When you have pain on your shoulders, you have pain on your waist, you have pain on your arm or your calf, which means area that there's no movement, you can use the smaller patch. For the bigger patch, it's more flexible, all right? It's for areas with eye movement, like your joint areas. So what does Salon Pass contains? It contains methyl salicylate, menthol, vitamin E, and camphor, all right? So the third type is the Salon Pass spray. For all of us, okay, I'm very sure there's someone in the house that loves watching football. When you see those athletes, on the field that have spraying and like on the field, there's something they spray. It's something like this called the spray. So I'll just do a little demo for you to know how it is being used. We have free samples for every one of us here. Once you are done here, you just come to the stand. We give you a flyer and we give you free samples of Salon Pass. Sorry, does anyone have pain here that can just use as a guinea pig? Okay, please come forward, man. So right, so this is how it looks like. So you just open it. Please come on.
Is it only those in Blue House that have pain?
Please, can you shoot a little bit?
Confess, what did you do yesterday?
All right.
We dance.
Are you the only ones that dance?
Yes.
So this is how it looks like. A strip contains 2 patches, front and back. So you simply remove. Okay. So you simply remove and you patch.
Just patch the
affected area, and that's all. And one beautiful thing about Salon Pass is number 1, as I've patched you like that, it lasts for between 8 to 12 hours at a single patch. So what I'm trying to say is, when you have pain and you use today, you use the diclofenac, tomorrow you use Panadol, other time you use paracetamol, all these things have an overall effect on the kidney and on the liver. Of course, you know that now if you want to do a dialysis, now it's around 120,000 per session, and you do 2 times per week. So that is 240 times 4. That's over $1 million on dialysis in a month. And of course, by the time the person is doing kidney transplants, they have between 30 to 35 million for kidney transplants. All right, so please, let us manage pain. Let us, of course, mild to moderate pain, but for our aged mothers that have arthritic pain, okay, they can actually benefit from this as an adjunct. Adjunct means as a supportive therapy, you know, in addition to the normal medication that you are using. So when you have pain anywhere, just use Salon Pass. Like I said, it lasts for between 8 to 12 hours at a single patch. Number 2, there's no need for massage. If you are to use ointment, you might be like, okay, please can you massage it? You can't massage. There's no need for massage. So, Yes, even if you have headache, you can put it in your forehead. And for sure. And also, if you have painful menstrual cramps, salon pass can also be useful for menstrual cramps. So we say for mild to moderate musculoskeletal pain, kindly use salon pass. Thank you.
Because we are all Rotarians, we just stand up, everybody, and do some light body warm up. We are all cold, we didn't do the yoga. So let's all stand up, please. Did you see already? Oh, okay. Someone said Okpeo. Please, let's all with a standing ovation. Let's welcome our wonderful DJ. And don't forget, immediately the DJ gives his speech, immediately everybody goes to snap the thing. Immediately finish giving a speech, organize yourself, we're going to just bring and snap.
Don't be straight, the other chair. Come on. This way. Yes, yes. Come on.
Thank you, please. Thank you, DJ. Thank you, sir. You're especially welcome, our DJ. We are happy to see you.
Yes, a joy to have the ever
Let's all be seated.
inspiring, amazing, Unite for Good DG of District 9112 with his beautiful wife here. DG Rotarian Lanre Adedoyin, we see you, we welcome you, sir.
Thank you.
Our mama,
Our baby girl.
baby girl. Absolutely, yesterday was a joy to see you guys when you did yesterday. I never would have thought. Thank you for being here, ma. Okay, so this is going to be the official opening of this ceremony. All right, so thank you very much. We'll be handing over the mic right now to our DG as he calls the program the house to order.
Okay. Let me come to the meeting.
Thank you, sir.
Good morning, fellow Rotarians, and let me once again thank you first before even giving my opening remarks at this Women in Rotary retreat of District 9112. I want to thank all the women and all Rotarians who are here and Rotaractors, because it would have taken you a lot of things to leave behind for you to come here. So let me recognize leaders that are here. All of us are leaders in our respective places. I want to recognize the First Lady, Mrs. Iyago Adedoyin.
Yeah, round of applause.
I also want to recognize Rotary.
Oh no.
Thank you. I recognize Past Assistant Governor Bumi Taiwo, the Zonal Coordinator. Thank you for leading the District Executive Secretary, Omotunde Olaleye, and
you,
the Chief of Staff, Akim Sumono. I recognize all past presidents, all current presidents, and all club leaders who are here, as well as Rotaractors. I must commend you for putting together this retreat. Why? Because there are so many issues or challenges facing us in our organization, not only locally but globally. And in situations like this, we should be able to gather together to provide solutions and see how we can get certain things done by thinking out of the box. So I believe that this retreat is very useful at this moment to bring us together to think about how we can grow not only our district but Rotary globally. And like I did say yesterday, I want us to use this as a membership attraction opportunity. Agowoye is a university community on its own, it's a large community on its own, and there is a Rotary Club here. I believe that we can bring in more people into our organization so that we can grow our district robustly in areas of membership. So it is my joy to be with you here this morning to formally declare open the district 9112 Women in Rotary Retreat. I thank all of you and I wish you safe journey to your various destinations. I believe that you will have a robust activity, and I believe that at the end of this retreat, you will come out with useful suggestions and ideas on how we can move our district forward. Though it is called Women in Rotary Retreat, but I believe that you will not disallow men if they want to be part of you. Would you? Where are the men? You are counting one. Sharon is the only man in Rotary here. I am a man. Who? You see, did you invite them officially? They came to give you support. They came to support you, not that you invited them. If you wanted them there, they will be with you throughout your retreat. But again, it's just by the way. So I want to thank all of you and Past Assistant Governor Bume. In my absence, whatever duties that I have to do, I'm dedicating to you openly now, because you are the most senior Rotarian here among the women. So I want to thank you, Olori, and members of the team for putting this together. And well, I'm sure it's not about all work and no play. We still have time to play, isn't it? So there will be fun, there will be entertainment, and there will be lots of activities that I've seen in your program. Once again,
I want to, don't mind my voice, but I want to officially welcome all of you again. You all took my voice yesterday, so please give me some back. Do I have it back now? Fellow Rotarians, women in Rotary, my DG, thank you so much. We really appreciate you. Our baby girl, thank you so much. We really appreciate you. Our core team, welcome to our very room. Thank you so much. We appreciate your being here. I'll go straight to my welcome address. Dear women and Rotarians, you are all welcome to this special retreat. It gives me great joy to see you all here, whether you are familiar or a new one. We are gathered for this weekend of connection, inspiration and rejuvenation, and we hope you feel welcomed and nourished. I want to thank the committee, the organizers, our sponsors, volunteers, and the media, and everyone who has made this event possible. We also want to encourage you to dive in, embrace new connections, and allow yourselves to be inspired by the theme and everyone else that's here. Let us make this a memorable and meaningful time together. We are so honored to have you come here. Our special guests are not here yet, but once they get here, we'll welcome them again. This weekend is a gift to everyone, a chance to step away from our busy lives, to connect with one another and find renewal. Over the next 2 days, we have a wonderful schedule planned. We encourage you to participate fully. And we're going to have games, and we'll have 4 teams here, and there's a gift for every winner. First, second, third winner. So make sure you're first, second, or third. As we begin, I encourage you to be open, to be present, and to embrace the opportunities for growth and connection. Let us learn from one another, support one another, and leave here refreshed and inspired. Let this peace that we have right now be with us always. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Where you are a minority in the midst of women, I'll just say good morning, fellow women in the Rotary.
Do not be intimidated, sir. Do not be
So
intimidated.
please, let's put our hands together as I welcome the district governor to call this event to order. Please, the district governor. Thank you. Please
Is
put
that
your
how
hands
you
together.
I want to have breakfast.
They want lunch.
You have what?
They want lunch.
You want lunch at this time? I didn't hear that. What did you say? What do you want? What do you want?
2 parts breakfast, in fact. We had tea before now.
Okay.
We now had akara, we now had boy, we now had custard, we now had pap.
That's about 4 in 1.
Yes, sir.
So, at exactly 11:59, it is my pleasure to call this gathering to order. Let's be upstanding for the Rotary Grace. That would have been done earlier, but for inadvertence. So, 1, 2, 3, Rotary Grace. Oh Lord, the giver of all good, we praise thee for our daily food. May Rotary friends and Rotary ways help us to serve thee all our days. Thank you. Please be seated. Is there any exhibition stand or anything that I can do with you before? Because I have an official visit at 1 o'clock and this is 12, but I've given time here. So, is there anything? Photo session. Okay, that's fine. Yes, I'm Rotary Amari Adedoyin, the District Governor of Rotary International District 9112, covering Lagos and the state of Nigeria. I'm here this morning to declare open the District 9112 Women in Rotary Retreat, which is going on here in Agowo, Ogun State. The Women in Rotary Committee of District 9112 had decided that they will bring together women in our district for 3 days of discussion, exchange of ideas, and robust deliberations. And I believe that at the end of their retreat, which will be ending on Sunday, they will come up with useful suggestions, ideas, and ways by which we can take our district to greater heights. I've also given a challenge to the committee that they should use this opportunity to attract members to our organization, not only within the Agowe community, but outside this community, because membership is the lifeblood of Rotary, and the more members we have, the lesser the burden of service. And we want more members so that fresh ideas, innovations, and new thinking, new perspectives will be brought into the affairs of our district. So it is another form of membership engagement for Rotarians in our district, and particularly the women. So at the end of the day, I believe that something useful and productive will come out of this retreat, which will be for the benefit of District 9112.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Iyabo Adedoyin, the District Governor, District 112.
Thank you very much.
I'm here for a retreat with my husband. I really enjoy it. It's fun, it's nice. We should carry a woman along in whatever we are doing, because the woman is we are power people. Powerful women are here in Rotary. I really enjoy it, and I just want to say thank you to them for what they did. I know they've just started, and they will continue to be doing it more, inshallah. Thank you.
What all of you are using like
Yes. That's why we're bouncing.
No, I'm not even saying for women. I said this one is for guys.
25 to 30. 25 to 30. Fantastic. 35. 30 to 35. Thank you. Please note it down. It has implications for my session. 35 to 40. 40 to 45. Just note it. 40 to 45. 45 to 50. 50 to 55. Fantastic. Now, let me build the context around that. But before I do that, can somebody tell me why classification is big in Rotary? When you talk about object of Rotary, it always talk about classifications. So why is it big in Rotary? Why is classification big in Rotary? Can somebody engage?
So that you can hear.
Without classification, you can't even be a member, number one.
Okay, I take it partially. I take it partially. Yes. Yeah, I take it partially.
I'm a veteran of
No
Rotary.
wrong.
Yes. From my own view, the reason why classification is very important in Rotary is that because they believe in diversity and they believe that everybody has something to offer in your own area of specialization, so you can share
So I want to
your
thank
knowledge.
you so much. I want to emphasize. Please sit down. Thank you so much. I want to emphasize something that you don't emphasize around Mr. Paul Harris. H. Paul Harris. He got qualified as a lawyer in 1895, but until 1905, he did not think about it. Yeah, I said, late Paul Harris got qualified as a lawyer in 1895, but until 1905, he was not talking about, I want to establish Rotary. Why do you think that is? Who has an idea? Why it was so that he got qualified in 1895 until 1905? That was when he was coming up. I will help us. Let me make the conclusion. Rotary is a fellowship of business persons and what? Professionals. What does that suggest already? Those who earn income. So if we ask you what do you do, we are not insulting you. If we are interested in how you are earning your living, we are not insulting you. So when we have vocational month and we are saying that it's your vocation as it counted for you, there are 5 key things that vocation needs to resolve at any point in time. Your shelter, your raiment, which is the clothing, your feeding, your mobility, and your dignity is priority. And it's important for me to ask you, have you ever been in a situation whereby it's very important that I get this, the emotional pain point of when you have a need and you cannot meet it. Who has been in that kind of situation?
Maddening.
The reason why I said this is a bit personal is because we are all products of the things that we go through, or that we have gone through, or that we have experienced. Mercy Johnson, in his interview, she was born into a family of 18, she was in 9. When she reflects on the poverty of that period, she has vowed that she will never do anything, consciously or unconsciously, to relapse into that So what do? We went to the standard. You understand? And we got, so rather than the direct right, it was an indirect right. But the only reason that was possible, otherwise she would have had to, the cost of it would have been that she needs to stay till September. Or a time, because what is she going to do in there when the school had already received that? So, things of that nature. I'm just giving this example for you to know that this is an intentional session. Now, to talk about the age ranges that I mentioned, there are certain things that the world order, the ecosystem, our external environment expects us to fix by 65. Yes. If, in fact, I was somewhere 2 weeks ago, they wanted me to speak about the utility or the value of cooperative to them. And I said to them that, given what I know, that cannot be an option. Because they only have 8 to 10 years for all of them to retire. That they only have between 8 and 10 years to retire. Now, for that cooperative to make sense, it needs a minimum of 10 years to even achieve stability. So we cannot be talking of, they say when you go to a place of wedding, don't go and be singing something about funeral. So the essence of this session, ladies, women in Rotary, is how do you use the time that you have to create the assets that will generate the cash flow that you need for the remaining years of your life without having to depend on anything. What will be the structure? What will be the system? What will be the arrangement that will ensure continuous cash flow into your coffers? And that's why you need to appreciate the fact that if somebody is 25 today and is hearing this, my expectation is that your trajectory in 2026 must change, definitely. If you are 30 and you are hearing this, that means you have 35 years to 65 to fix. You can't waste it. If you are 35, you know that you only have 30. If you are 40, you have 25. There is still a chance for you. If you are 45, you know that you have 20. If you are 50, you only have 15. So what will you do differently within those time frames that you now have, having had this? And that's why my talking points will touch on what is cash flow. I think that's obvious. Why is it important? What mistakes do we make around cash flow? What are the things to note? And what are the 3 keys that I have tested? I will just share from my experience. Now, there is a likelihood that you won't agree with me. And you are at liberty not to do so. But one thing I need you to know that you can never escape is that you have a responsibility to make sure that your capacity to take care of yourself at any point in time is not diminished. Today I learned that the late Mrs. Opera Benson will spend 2.5 hours to make up. She will sit at her dresser in the morning and spend 2.5 hours to make up. Then I ask myself, is there any limit to when a woman does not become attractive again? Because what is the essence of 2.5 hours of making up at 82? But it will only mean that there are 6 of people who are hiring Mama. And the only way they will hire her,
the only way they probably hire her is because she's living well. Please, there is no essence in you working for 40 years. But don't forget, if you start your work life, at 25, they expect you to work for 40 years. Fix marriage, fix children, create assets that will make you comfortable up to 65 and beyond 65. That is the expectation. So, and I challenge everybody, including the people that provided us this microphone. So, if you work for 40 years, what will you have to show for it? And it is in your capacity to take care of yourself and you see it. Now, when you do well, because you're a good person, you are a Rotary, your capacity to even impact the community, to do more in your respective club increases. Okay, my colleague and I were discussing that if suddenly we get 50 people, I don't know if you have seen the image of Toyota Land Cruiser 2026. Has anybody seen that the picture of that? You've seen it. Please, what does it look like? Or you have it? Okay, on your WhatsApp. Yeah. So what it did is, if you have not checked the app, when you see the front, you will think it's Rolls-Royce pulling in. That is the make of the 2026. And there is nothing that restricts you at whatever time and at whatever age. I have a covenant with a friend that whatever it is, when we are old, that is raining, that is friendly, we want to pay, we will not do it. And he said, you can be Mr. World, you can be Mr. Nigeria, without money, nothing can be done. He also did the reverse, as in, you can be Miss World. So it's important that the anchor piece of what I'm saying, the driver of what I'm trying to say this afternoon, is that ladies, our primary capacity to take care of ourselves in and out of season must not diminish, and it rests on only one thing: cash flow. Because whether you like it or yes, living has a cost.
Is there anything in life that you don't spend money? And if you look at many things that we disagree on, utility of money is not part of it. One of my brothers will tell me, Shay, money powers respect now. Money powers recognition. Money makes, in fact, I told somebody, 95% of all issues that money is an answer, money is the real answer. 95% of all questions of life that are financial in nature, it's money that answers them. So, what is cash flow? Cash flow is the flow of funds into your coffers. Some can say in and out. I want to add a point. Is the oxygen of existence. Can you imagine the state of your heart, psychologically, emotionally, when you have a lot in your storehouse, when there is food and so many other amenities at home? I'm talking to women. Your movement up and down right skelter reduces. Now, when you also wake up or you hear, which one is it alarm or alert? Alert. When you hear alert, okay, let me give an instance. In this journey around using your assets to create cash flow, I established what I call a cash flow calendar. So my team members know when something matures and it eats my account, because they know that I'm going to take them out. So once I come into the pool and I smile, so that so it's very, very important. Now, in terms of importance of it, living has cost. Till you die, you will pay us. You will pay bills. So it's very important, and I will get there. It helps us to achieve the use of money, quality of life, and standard of living. It's an liquidation of liquidity. There are some people who are seated here.
We have a lot of areas undeveloped. That's my language. Because let me think of that. So, yes, real estate, owning a piece of the earth, is a store of value. But if it is not developed, it's not earning anything. So if you are sitting on, let's say, 100 plots, until you either dispose of it or lease it out for somebody to use and the person gives you some money, you are not earning anything out of it. Now, if your illiquid assets are more than your liquid, it's also a problem. You are wealthy, so to speak, but you cannot meet an immediate need that requires cash. And that's why an additional point of view on cash flow is cash in bank. So if you feel you are a rich or wealthy person as we speak, so how much cash are you sitting on right now? How much cash can you call on? Let's say a 50 million exposure arises. I always describe myself as a last man. Because after a journey of 15 years, intentional 15 years of looking at putting things in different places, anytime I check, it's just like go and check and say, oh, what is happening in that point? What is happening in that corner? And you see some good money, you feel excited. You feel excited. You know that you have bought the future at a very cheap. And my friend used to say, let us buy the future when it is. Let us buy the future when it is cheap. So please, if that is a takeaway point, you need to look at it. I have here that it also delivers stability. I don't see anyone who knows that there is serious use your income to create such. I'm not saying that we are all going to be creating 15,000 apartments. It started at the age of 9. So his story is both unusual, exceptional, and an outlier. However, there is a principle in his trajectory. Quality of money, or you have listened to the summary. 50% of what he sits on today is just in the last 10-15 years. But look at when he started the journey. No, there are some people here, stocks, jail for you. So you can go into it as a way of creating and capturing value and ensuring cash flow. I will get there, but I just needed you to say, what are you going to do differently? Or what are you going to enhance? What are you going to consolidate? What are you going to accelerate against 2026 and beyond? Because that's why we are having this at Q4. This is second month of Q4 now, November. In the next 3 weeks, we enter festive period. You begin to spend money anyhow. Wow. I'm not saying you should not invite us for Christmas. So, a key pillar to note is that our work, brick by brick, it is a reflection of what you use your end income to do. Somebody is saying that before 65, you depend on your active income. But from 65 onward, you depend on your passive income. And passive income is the creation of the application of active income. So, if, for instance, you are the type that engage in lifestyle inflation, I'll talk to you the mistakes. So there is positive and negative cash flow position. So that is when the bank account is flashing red. Anytime the bank account is flashing red, that is negative cash flow position. It is not acceptable. Ladies of Rotary District 9112, a bank account that flashes red after your 10-15 years of work is not acceptable. So whatever it is that you are doing, that is, oh, let me say this. So when I became manager, before I became manager, I used to borrow money from my colleagues before the end of the month. So one day, I entered my office alone. I was about to sit down and the conversation started. That you that always network your friends or colleagues to borrow money. If they have been spending their money, the way you spend yours, would they have to give? Ladies of Rotary District 9112, that was a major inflection point in my life. And from that point onward, 2006, I invested aggressively in institutional arrangements rather than individual. I'm not a Bishop Oyedepo, so that I have not borrowed a dime. No, I'm just saying that I invested in institutional arrangements rather than go to an individual. Because if the person had been wasteful like me, then would you not be able to give me from? That day was a major period of reflection around how I spend my money. So if you have a negative cash position, you need to check yourself. What are you doing that is putting you to have income? Why? What is it? In fact, I said to somebody, your salary is already a ceiling. It's already a budget. Okay, you are earning 1 million per month, but you have expenses of 2 million to take care of. It's either somebody gives you money, or you borrow, or you go and steal to meet up for that month. There's no shortcut. There's no you know. So no one life gets better by chance or by change. So there is this definition of failure that somebody shared with me, and I believe is very relevant for this session. That happens overnight. But a few errors in judgment repeated every day. So you can imagine in that 2006, if that message did not drop in my spirit about, why do you, if they have been doing this, if they have been spending money the way you spend it, they won't have something to give you. If that had not happened, there is a possibility, according to Newton's law of motion, a body continues in a state of rest or uniform motion unless and until an external force acts upon it. So there is a tendency that I would have called it on this subject of this session is mistakes around passion. How many are you? So when I mention, it's not exhaustive, I will mention 11. So you will know which one you are making and what you need to do to ensure that you don't repeat them in 2026. In fact, I have it here. I said the word mistake does not capture the weight of what I want to talk about. In Yoruba, do you know what mistake is? How many of us are Yoruba? Please, it's when you say mistake and you say ashishi, do they have the same? Oh my God. In 2010 October, when I realized what my ashishi, alone in the house, that was the retreat I was talking about. I was reading a particular book, and I got to a point, I closed it. It forced me to reflect on my ashishi. On my own, I began to sob. No, I'm not crying. You know, sobbing is different from crying. That is it. Nobody was beating me, but I was beating myself and sobbing. 15 minutes. Then I heard a voice. It is not over for you. You can still do something. That was when I began to regularize. What are the stupid things that I've done? How do I change the trajectory? How do I change direction? Please, if you don't know your annual cost of living? What are you solving for? What are you solving for? What rates are you on? A race of uncertainty. What are you solving for? So even if you want to create a system of assets to generate cash flow, against what? Now, if you have already, what is the delta between your annual living cost now and what is coming in? Because some people, let me tell you what gives them joy. I shall read below, they go to shop. But the business they are running is not a business, they cannot answer the questions. I said it when we were together. Any business that you cannot determine what you will sell tomorrow. So I said you need to realize that as you grow older, the allocation to healthcare is expected to increase because of cost of medication and tests. But that would be right now is the tuition of our kids, housing that is probably a big ticket cost of living and all of those things. But by the time we get beyond 60, 65 and all of those things, looking up at 100, it might be, may God give us good health, sound health and all of this. It might be the healthcare cost. You want to go and do medical checkup in the Barbados. You want to go and do medical checkup in even what the transport fare or the airfare will be at that time. So these are very important projections that need to be done. So mistake 2, whatever future you are desiring, whatever state, in fact, there's always an end state. Whatever end state you are targeting, somebody is living it right now. But it did not happen to be there by chance, by default. What are the calculated structural steps that individual undertook? It's very important. Now look at the statistics. They said 65% of self-made millionaires have 3 streams of income. So in 2026, what new source of income do you want to create? 45% of self-made millionaires have 4 streams. 29% of self-made millionaires have 5 or more streams of income. So which means that you're already on the pathway to penury if it's only one that you have. Because it makes you vulnerable. You get to the office, especially those who are in banks or whatever, the card does not work. They say go to your HR. 3 years from that time, you are still looking for network. Yeah, I was telling my boss, because something happened at our workplace. I told him, there are certain points in life you should not have made that. Our head of tax at the time asked me, what is your financial target? I said 100 billion. He laughed. He said, take me through your, why did you say 100 billion? I said, because spending 1 million per day, it will take me 3 years to finish spending 1 billion. You understand the mathematics? So a 100 billion target, we have 60 plus more years, not doing anything. And there are 2 vows I've made to God. And we have nothing to do with ritual work. And if I'm going to destroy my name, it will not be for less than 100 billion. So when they say something, they don't come to me. They say 100 billion that you are looking for. It's not 100 billion that pass me to one side. So, ladies, women of Rotary District 9112, one source of income is not enough. And depending on the age that you have an opportunity to sit down, reflect, what can you still do to improve, to consolidate, to accelerate, to engage the next chapter of Mr. Assuming you will not live long. Yeah, there are people who don't want to live past 70. So, is it in your hands? Yes, partly. But it's also in God's hands. So, if every investment you make terminates at 70 because you don't think you want to live beyond 70, and God decides to give you that more, so what will you do? So Mr. Kitola Williams retired at the age of 62 and spent additional 42 years, which is more or less 2/3 of what he had spent previously. And I asked myself, by tapping into his blessing, by working on that platform and connecting to that longevity, I must have the same kind of financial base that Baba had to maintain himself. So it's a mistake if you assume. I met the late Dr. and Prof. Akekugbe. He died at the age of 86, but we interviewed him when he was 85. I said, what kind of plans? He said, when I look at what I have, I can conveniently go forward for another 15 years. We didn't know he was going to die at 86. So I now look at him and say that even at 85, somebody is saying that he has sufficient to continue living the quality and standard of life that he wanted for another 15 years. This is the kind of old age that I should be working towards. That's why I said, whatever the end state, somebody has made it for and serve as a model for you. Now, number 4, underestimating the impact of inflation. Please, I know that we know that the external environment in between 2023 and now has been a bit, not a bit, significantly tough. Inflation, at the time they were debating to confuse us, so that they think I'm appear as if it's payment. But you and I know the erosion in value that we are witnessing every day. So you cannot underestimate, and 49% of people are doing this. Mystified, not saving enough, or delaying saving. Now, I'm not talking about saving for saving's sake. I'm talking about that capacity you have, that ability you have out of your active income to set something aside for investment purposes. You can't delay. If you have not started, you need to start now. You are not the Messiah, you get there. Mistake 6, driving up debt. Some people, you know what some people do? Because they have people that are like them. Some people have very goodwill with others. They will borrow from you. When it's about the time that they should pay you, they go and borrow from her. You're running a cycle, a chain saw of debt. Okay, when will it end? When will it end? Because all of us will stop working. I was engaging my former CEO who was retired. He said, okay, it's 18 months. Once people realize that you are retired, they won't come to you again, they go to other victims. You will now realize that your money was even enough in the first instance. Not investing or investing adequately. 41% of people make this mistake. Setting unrealistic return expectation. MMM. Yes. Look, they said if it is too good to be true, then it is. But people are always thinking like, oh, at least I'm part of the early movers. I've never fallen into, because I believe in systematic, calculated, structured aggression. I will not fail me. I will not fail me. Somebody is promising something that is even beyond inflation. How? In this economy. Switzerland. So, failing to have contingencies or plan for redundancy. You need to lifestyle inflation. You don't suddenly get into some money because people believe they don't know that net worth is different from just having cash in the bank. Somebody just gives you 50 million now, you say you have money. Yes, you do. if you are not careful, if you come back to the zero, that's 50 million wage, lifestyle inflation, then avoiding financial education. You can't. You need to be deliberate. You need to be intentional. And by the time I talk about archive, you will understand that. So the proven test evidence. There is a particular guy called archives in the book of just man in Babylon. I don't know how many people have read that book. They have not. It's very popular. YouTube summaries richest man in Babylon. You know one thing that I need you to appreciate. There is no external force that comes without your decision to change. So, Packard was looking at, you see, Adamish. Adamish was the richest person in their city. It's not the way the guy was just enjoying it. The guy lacks something. He now went to the guy. I also want to be like you. How can I be like you? So it was the secret that Adamish gave him, that he followed, that turned him to the richest man in Babylon. Let me give you an example very close to home. Please, was anybody hearing of the earpiece man when people like Abiola were trending significantly on the landscape? Did you even hear any something happening in Did you hear about it at all? Earpiece, did you even hear anything about it? Exactly. So, as at the time Agamish was describing the landscape in their city financially as a wealthy man, Packard was nowhere. He was at the bottom of the ladder. But due to secrets and knowledge, education that Agamish passed to him, as at the time they were going to write the book about the richest man in Babylon, it was even through the story of Packard. Let me tell you what he said. He said, wealth is a power. With wealth, many things are possible. And when I realized this, I said to myself that I will claim my share of the good things of life. I will not be one of those who stand afar off, enviously watching others enjoy. See the decision. I will not be content to clothe myself in the cheapest raiment that look respectable. I will not be satisfied with the lot of the poor. So, his own key for us to accumulate capital with a view to investing in assets that will generate continuous cash flow is this classic and golden rule. Pay yourself first. Now, if you pay yourself first, and this is what I want to see. We all have an obligation to form capital for investment. So if you don't pay yourself first from the active income you earn, how do you want to form the capital? I'm not saying agree with me that paying your first self is the golden key. What I'm saying to you, in as much as you don't want to encounter penury, at an age that you should not be encountering penury, so how do you do it? And let me tell you this. I've flown back in time to say to myself, God, I thank you for giving back to me in the 70s. Because I'm wondering those people in the theater period that will be trekking. You get what I mean? Now, also in this particular point, I started official employment in the year 2000. The government of Nigeria decided to invest in the reform of the pension sector to give us what? Mandatory contributory pensions. In which case, if I work for 40 years, there is a contribution from my employer into that my RSC. There is a contribution from me into that RSC. Then don't forget that when it started, I was like a middle-level officer. It was 2004. I become manager, become senior manager, become partner. The level of contribution that was being made In fact, the statement came yesterday. I knew that I nodded my head. Thank God for the cash that is there. Don't forget also that you can use your RSA to finance mortgage and all of those things. I took advantage of that opportunity at the time. So it's very important that if you do not have any alternative scheme by which you are going to form capital to put yourself in a condition that you want between now and many years to come, what else are you going to do? If you allow the opportunity of setting aside a portion of your so I have this notes here. I said pay yourself first is one of the easiest and directly controllable ways to accumulate funds for capital investment purposes. And it is your way of savings to accumulate capital investment. What's the next one? The next one is to create an ecosystem. Which we have talked about. What is that system? It can't just be one primary source of income. It can't be just so if money is coming from there, money is coming from there. So you can decide that okay, because I have only a single source right now, let me utilize what I'm setting aside. How do I multiply it? Let me utilize it. Let me put it in a mutual fund. Or is it that I'm going to buy dollar and invest in a dollar-denominated mutual fund? Because there are some particular mutual funds that give you returns every month. So you can take advantage of all of these things. That's creating an ecosystem around yourself. Now, I must say this, you are not the Messiah. My boss will tell me, Sheye, they might not like you emotionally, but they like you financially. That is why by 25th of every month, some calls will call me. I just say, make I check up on you. Some prayers will call me. May this new month be a blessing to all of us. All kinds of just a position to take from you. If you don't control that, they are the same people that say you don't know what to do. Yes. And that's what I'm saying. You are not in desire. And let me also give you a rider. You don't love them more than God loves them. I've not read in any of the scriptures where it says that you have one coat, cut it into two, and give to somebody. You have two coats. So if I still have one that is barely covering me, why should I take out of it and give it? And that's what I was talking about. Your income already imposed the budget. You don't need to be writing down the budget. All you need to do, I know what comes in. After looking at all the expenses I need to meet this month, some are not possible. There is a particular guy. We joined professional services at the same time. He said, Shey, I only have 10% authority. Once it's exhausted, no matter how close you are to him, can you wait the next month? So that discipline is crucial. Now, there is something they also talk about called the law of compounding. For those who do investments in mutual funds, money market, and all, you understand. And I wrote in one of the governor's newsletter, the magic of the revenue. The magic of the revenue. If you can accumulate capital in any currency to about $100 million or $100,000 of dollar, it is a game changer. It is a game changer. You will be smiling and people will not know why you are smiling. And it's also possible that you are in a position today that you can create an annuity plan for yourself. I've done something for myself as an annuity, which that once I'm 70, they don't say Baba is dancing. Baba is dancing. They will know that to lead way, you must release. So, what I'm saying is that I don't know what the cost of that annuity will even be when I'm 70. But today, I bought it cheap against the future expense. So, at 65, at 70, the thing will just fall in. They won't know why I'm laughing. You think it's just Jesus that has kept me alive. Yes, Jesus has kept me alive. But somebody has matured. You understand? Because at that point, that thing will just, it's not that Baba had gone for one vacation, it was a vacation somewhere. They won't know that it was because he had already planned. I think on that note, I would like to draw the curtain because I can see that I compare. But my official conclusion to you is that please don't just enjoy this session. Ask yourself, what are you going to do differently? Given some of the other things that you have been doing from the retreat or this year, that will be in the year 2026. But those forces that have impacted us in 2021 are not going to change their face. They can even become stronger in 2026. So please decide on something that will change, that will translate to a significant change in the level, frequency, or pace of your income. Thank you so much.
Applause for you, Jessa. Thank you so much for inviting us. How many of us were provoked? I'm not seeing any hands. I'm just saying him. Okay, behind me. Okay, so if you were truly provoked, that means that you have taken some learnings, right? I don't want to have to call us. I don't want to have to put us on the spot. So let's make this as interactive as possible. I need 5 people to tell me the key things that they have learned from this presentation, from this training, from this workshop. I said 5 people. I'm not seeing one hand up here. Okay, 1, 2. Please stand up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Anyone on it? 5. Awesome. So I have 5 people already. Thank you very much. Nobody from Yellow House. That's painful. But anyways, please stand up and have your share.
The basic thing that I learned, or one thing that I learned, is pay yourself first. You are not the Messiah, and God loves them more than you love them. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Please, next time you give us your name. Let's pass it. Thank you.
What I've learned so far is that you must not just have just one source of income. You must have multiple sources of income. And we must learn to say no. That we are not Messiah. We must learn to say no. And we must learn to be ourselves. That the moment you have a budget, that this budget, I'm not going to estimate it more than 100,000. And the moment you've exhausted it, that should be it. You should not go beyond that, so that you won't inconvenience yourself. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you very much. So someone at this end, yes. Please help me pass the mic to her. Thank you. Your name and then what you have learned.
My name is things were coming out of his mouth, and I was like, just keep straight face. Keep straight face. Okay. You will eventually understand what he's talking about. But towards the end of the whole talk, he said something, and I had to quickly pick a pen. I wrote it down. Awesome. Annuity. He said leadway too. He has just done advert. Please collect money from him because I already have plans to talk to leadway. Okay. That interested me. I mean, at 65, not 70 now, I want to be paid, and I'm working on that already.
Awesome. Thank you very much. All right.
So I learned a lot, I can say. From my own perspective, we talked about having multiple streams of income. With one stream of income, you cannot be a millionaire, whether you like it or not. Then, we also talked about putting yourself first. And aside from putting yourself first, we talked about knowing your annual income. Because to me, I took that personally. Annual cost. So yes, knowing your annual cost. So I now moved it to knowing my monthly cost. That's what I wrote to myself, because I just get to see that money comes, expenses comes, you just keep spending. You tend not to even remember what you are getting at the month. For those of us that are aside from salary and ourselves, for those of us that are business owners, self-employed and all that, so I took that personally. And it also said no one's life gets better by chance,
by choice, and
but
reason.
by change. So if you keep doing the same thing, you keep getting the same result.
Thank you so much.
I told the message you gave, and then that's number one. I got an insight into the RSA we are compelled in 2007 to join. When some RSA PLA company came, they told us that you can do this. You can, when you are 50, you can access your phone. But I found out that no, they didn't allow. But I found out from me that you can even do a sort of mortgage. Like you said, furthermore, that Leadway, if you see me, Leadway. I'm going to ask this brother manage insurance and insurance. So I'm really going to find out for their video. I think I know their end. So I learned that through that. Yes.
And I know you. That means I know you.
So and also I learned that you can. What can you generate with your time? What can you generate with your time?
With mine. Okay.
That means you should manage your time. You give an example of a girl that will use 2 hours. This morning she was using 30 minutes for makeup and so there are so many things that we, particularly women, that we are engaged with that is a time waster. So because most of us are nearing retirement, so what are you doing with this so short time that we still have? Also, I know that we should have an ecosystem of revenue making. So we should Jalaba. Because as you get to the stage, we cannot do anything.
All right, thank you very much. So I'm going to allow a few more people to speak, and this is because I think it's important for. Yes, ma'am. To lead with a hair, okay.
You don't want to pay money. You have done advance.
I like his definition about failure. He said failure is a few errors committed every day. And the fact that most of the time we make errors and it doesn't and it keeps piling up, and at the long run it leads to failure. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. That was very profound as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you, our facilitator. She didn't have rare eyes, hence she didn't see that Yellow House was here. And Yellow House has to be redeemed. All right, my take home is that what he talked about, setting a goal and making it a reality, in reference to the richest man in Babylon. He had someone he looked up to and set his mind to that. And he didn't stop there. He went to him and the man mentored him, right? And also the man, his mentor had a big heart to have shown him the way. So we don't have to be dissuaded when we see something good. There is always a big light at the horizon. That's my take home. And another one is the 65 years he talked about. You know, that is, I think, 65 years of the retirement, when he was talking about the age ranges. And he finally said, maybe you're 50, you know that you still have 15 years to struggle. Even at that 65, you don't give up. Once there is life, there is health, there is strength, we have to move on and we have to achieve something. Even at 70, even at 80 something. The man he said that was 85, that still had hope to make more money, though he didn't know he was going to wrap up the next year. So we don't give up. That is my take home. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for mentioning identity, because I work with custodial life insurance.
You have insurance with a big principle.
So I want to talk about the age of 50 that is. At 50 you can access your pension. The only thing is that certain percentage will be given to you. I don't want to state a certain percentage because it depends. So the remaining part of the month
he's
talked about is either he picks a divide annuity. That is, you have already divided that when you get to the age of 60, you should be paid, you should continue to be paid, and that is you paid for life. So what he actually talked about is different from what you talked about. So I'm also advertising my company, Custodian Life Assurance.
Off the mic.
I only want to ask if you have access to that blueprint meeting, so we can go through.
It will be high chief.
Okay.
I wasn't too sure how this case was being set.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
First time is I heard you talking about low risk mutual funds and the likes and low investments. I believe that anybody above the age of 40 should start planning towards that. So my question is, what are the kind of investments that you would recommend just generally for everybody here, so that we can also tap into it? For me, I get scared about investment because stock is at this price today, tomorrow it has dropped and all your money is gone. At my own age, I'm always very scared to throw money into investments. So what are the kind of investments, just maybe 2 or 3, that you can advise that we can run into when we want to invest? Thank you.
You know, we have categories of self-employed. We have some that's like 3 months, 4 months, they don't have income. We have one that's almost every day they have income. How would those people that in that category of the next 3 or 4 months they are waiting unto the Lord, how would they invest? Then I will ask, there is no time that is late. It's either you are 30, 50, 60, and if you have not planned before, you can start at any age. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Organization has been good to you. You won't even know when you drop it. This is my 28th year using insurance to create and capture value to myself. And they have never disappointed me. Never. So it is a natural, when somebody comes to me and says, oh, I want to do this product, I want to do this product, I mention them. Because it is, they know me and I know them. So that is the reason for that. Now, it is not only annuity that I do. I do all risk insurance. And I didn't go into all risk insurance until my boss said, actually, I made a mistake. Some mistakes. So he mentioned the mistake, and I quickly called his account officer. Please come. I don't want to make that mistake that my Oga has done. Let me learn from him. And it's about using my money to create and capture value for myself. I've done educational insurance. I've done funeral insurance because I don't know when I'm going to pass. And I don't know the conditions in which my kids are going to be. I don't want anybody to say, oh, daddy did not die at the right time. So as much as possible, I'm using what I've got today to plan, make advanced proactive arrangements for myself. So, and I've told them, it's also with it's also with you guys. So that if I ever is at 94, if the one I want you to come and give me befitting burial, you should come and sing at my funeral. So you know that kind of. So that was the perspective of which I leveraged that particular product. Now, she mentioned something about which investment. Look, do you know what? I don't recommend investment. I don't, and I will tell her. Every option can work, but not all options will work for you. You understand? For instance, I have a foreign currency denominated arrangement. You understand? Outside the country. And I also have within the country. Based on how I've looked at my own situation and my flow of income. So I like people to take that personal responsibility of saying, okay, I want to move in this direction. How do I do it? So I will do something, man. There is a particular YouTube link where the guy analyzed all the possible options within the Nigerian economy. I will forward it to. I think I forwarded it.
You're not clapping, you're just
I will forward it to
thank you.
the IG. so that if you post it on your, you can study it and also get more, because there are other links too, until you are comfortable with a particular option. You understand, man? And that's why I said you must find your plug. I found a plug that, you know, matches my temperament, my risk appetite, my profile. In some particular areas too, I try to do overreach and say that look, I may lose money, but it won't be because of that one singular loss that I will now capitulate. No. So I make sure that already I have stood very well, but let me just see if this will work. So that's what I'm saying, madam. Look, I hear you, and I don't know what you are sitting on currently, because it's also important. All of these things are reapplicated. So that is that. The last one, yes. Permit me to say this. Our vocation must count. If anybody is in a vocation that is experiencing such a lead time, that means his cycle of expenditure is not matching the cycle of income. You are already emasculated. Permit me to use that word. You need to find another.
Thank you, sir.
In fact, when people say they go, don't let me say it, but please. There are some of my team members, very young team members, that when I ask, what is your potential partner or spouse doing? They said, you know, those people that say they want their freedom. They are not in a fixed employment. They just want to. How can you plan on opportunistic earnings? Look at it. You know, I said something. How can you predict? You cannot say this month you want to enter December. People are planning for next December. You have nothing to offer. How can you? What share of the market do you think you are realistically going to cover? Now we move into January. It is not just by saying Happy New Year or that the New Year is a new beginning. New beginning of what? So I'm just saying that anybody that is in that first scenario, you need to reevaluate. You need to do a retreat like myself. Some, by the time you are solving, inspiration will come as to what you do that can be relatively predictable. Because you need to earn predictable income to plan for the future now.
Thank you so much. Buy the future when it is cheap. Thank you, sir. Buy the future when it is cheap. And thank you for not gatekeeping. Thank you so much. The Lord bless you. Another round of applause for him, please.
But they said our home is back, so we're going to be moving there a little bit. Before we have our second speaker, they said our hall is intact, this is wasting, the destiny light. Well, this is wasting. Can we just carry our seats?
What do you think? No, we still don't know her name. Okay.
Good afternoon, Rotarians. My name is Rotary Mufatoyemi. First things that are supposed to advise our women, because most women have this mindset that real estate or owning a property is meant for men or for people that have so much money, which is not true. I don't know if any one of us agree with me here. Oh, okay, that's nice. Thank you. So please, without wasting time, can you please tell us why you say so?
Okay, I believe wealth is not gender-based. So your money as a woman is your money. Your investment as a woman is your investment. Wealth is not sexually transmitted. Hey, it is yours and yours.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Nice one. Thank you so much, man. And the person I said that to have multiple source of income is the best for any human being that want to escape poverty. Is that correct? Yes. So if we are all here to escape poverty, I believe that we should have our own properties. For example, I'm from Bay Project, and what Bay Project does is we give very flexible payment plan to all our customers. And because of this particular program, there is a discount because today is Friday and we have what we call Black Friday. And for all the people here, you are entitled to 25%. So if you're interested, please put down your name. Let's have a discussion because time is against me right now. So someone will go around to distribute the flyer to us. My contact is on it. Sorry. My contact is on it. So please put your name down. Let's talk about it. Thank you so much. And I appreciate everyone. Thank you.
I'm standing between you and lunch. And I have to be quick. Tax is not something you speak quickly about, especially if we're talking about the new tax laws.
January is already here.
I will try to do as much as I can do in 1 hour. When I was...
No, 1 hour is okay.
In 30 minutes.
1 hour is okay.
1 hour is okay. Okay, let's see how it goes. Depending on how the conversation goes and how interesting the session is, maybe we can do about 1 hour, 45 minutes to 1 hour. When I was coming here, I didn't know that it was going to be an informal session like this, so I had a slide deck that was supposed to guide the conversation. But it's good, it's okay, and it means that we want this to be more conversational. Okay, so like we're having an informal chat. Okay, so please feel free to raise up your hand and say, oh, but I don't agree with this, but why are they doing this? Which those are the kind of reactions we hear. We hear a lot of reactions these days about the new tax laws because of the Rotary coming out. And rightly so, because one of the reasons why we are here today as a nation and the country is because some of the structures in which we have operated under have been old. Okay, and so many. Whether it's our attitude to leadership or attitude to citizenship or the laws in which we have relied on or the structures in which we are relying on or the methods or the principles, a lot of them are outdated and we need to do things like we see some of our peers, even in Africa do. So if you go to Ghana, you go to South Africa, you go to Kenya, they're not perfect countries, but there are a couple of things that are non-negotiable in those countries. Okay, whether it's building of roads, whether it's leadership, and whether it's importantly payment of taxes. Okay, which as a country, as people, as individuals, we have not done very well. If I ask how many people here pay tax, how many people here pay tax? Okay. How many people don't pay tax? No. How many people do not know that they pay tax? When do you pay tax? For those who pay tax, one example of when you pay tax. Sorry, the doctor consults. Okay. For employees, okay, you pay VAT. Restaurants, okay. Land use charge. Okay, so land use charge, restaurants, local government levy. Television permits.
Yes, they do that too.
Who pays television permits here?
The local government, they pay that.
Local government. Who doesn't pay television permits here? You don't pay, eh? Who has paid television permits this year?
Television permit.
Yes.
Yes, I paid this.
You have paid this year. What about radio permits? Radio permits. And television. Wheelbarrow. No, who has paid wheelbarrow permits here? Yes, wheelbarrow.
Sorry? But okay, who knows who has paid or knows somebody who has paid wheelbarrow permits or levy? Whatever it is, you have paid, or you know somebody, even if this person has missed, but you know that this person pays wheelbarrow permits. Just you know, wheelbarrow permits. Which states? Okay, you pay those permits. Okay, all right. Okay. So that's another problem. Okay. Some of the things that we pay for are not the kind of things we should be paying in this century. Okay. And the number of taxes that some of us pay, some people pay, some don't pay, are in double digits. Some companies pay as much as over 40 taxes and levies in this country. Over 40 taxes and levies. So think about it. We're a business. We have businesses here. Okay, can you imagine the one I'm looking at says, let me not do free promo. But imagine if this company who is just starting, or who has been around, I think I know them, having to pay 40 different taxes. And they are focused on doing their business and trying to scale and trying to expand and trying to focus on how to bring the best products for people, okay? And they have to pay 40 different taxes. And I tell you, those 40 different taxes, usually, so let's assume about 20 of them are collected by, so the entire 40 are collected by about 20 different people. Okay, so some of the problems we have. But let's start with what tax is. Okay, tax is levy, okay, or a charge imposed, or we can all check this is online. Okay, levy or charge imposed on income, gain, transactions, activities. Okay. So you are paying television levy or permits because you have a television. If you have no TV, you don't pay permits. Okay? You don't have radio, you don't pay permits. Alright? So it's an activity, it's an income. You pay withholding source deduction because you are an employee and you earn an income. Okay? And so governments around the world, not just Nigeria, everywhere around the world, use taxes. Okay, they collect taxes so that they can build roads. Okay, I mean, some of us have family and friends in Canada and the UK. They'll tell you one of the reasons why they don't want to come back to Nigeria. Oh yes, they're living from hand to mouth, but their children do what? Go to school. What? Free of charge. Okay, go to hospital free of charge. It's not free. It's not free. Okay. They have paid taxes. The government has used that money to build schools, employ teachers, okay? Build hospitals, employ doctors, employ nurses, and some of our people, our uncles, our brothers and sisters, have gone to those countries to work as doctors and nurses and teachers, okay? So that's what the government uses, collects that money. Okay, so the citizens feel you get money from me and I have access to some of this infrastructure. Okay, also includes bridges and also includes roads. Governments also use tax for something else, to drive behavior. In some countries where, I don't know how many of us know that, some countries where there is television permits, developed countries, you go to some houses, they don't have a TV. And you think that they don't have a TV because they don't like watching television. But they will tell you, well, maybe that's not part of the reason. They have to pay to install the TV, and they don't really watch TV. So, restaurants. Someone talked about you pay tax in restaurants. Okay, so if you don't want to pay tax in a restaurant, what we call consumption tax, what do? What do? You do what? There's rice at home.
Okay, you go to the market, you buy rice, you buy tomato, you buy seasoning, you stay in your house, and that's it. You stay in your house and then do what? You cook. Speaking of that example, and I want to make this as conversational as possible so you get why some of the things, these tax laws are happening. Speaking of that example, so I've dealt with the issue around consumption tax and how this is driving people in and out of the restaurants, either staying at home to cook or going to the restaurants and then you pay that tax. She talked about and use your what? Your gas. Alright? So I'm talking about the other function of tax, not just about collecting revenue or government on the other function of tax. Imagine it was recently, maybe that is too deep, but you see what government have been doing around petroleum products, whether fuel or diesel or gas. Okay? So government has seen that people have died consistently from firewood, maybe the flames, you hear all those things, or people who are using kerosene. Yeah, and they're saying we have abundant gas in Nigeria. By the way, we actually do have abundant gas in Nigeria. Okay, we do have so much so at some point. Remember, we used to flare. I don't know how many, but we used to flare gas in Nigeria. Okay, and at some point there were rules around gas flaring because of what it's doing to the environment. And it says, look, we have more gas than all the petrols. Okay, of course, and that's why LNG came in the first place, and LNG is doing extremely well. Okay, but gas is something government is saying that, for instance, we have abundant gas. Let's make gas cheaper so that people can use gas and not kerosene or wood. What am I saying? And I can give you several examples, and some of you can also connect it to examples as well, which is we use tax to drive creative spirit, entrepreneurial spirit, okay, drives invention. Now, Nigeria's tax law that is starting, let me say 1 January 2026, and people are saying, why now? We are already suffering. Why bringing in tax? The reason why there was so much that negative feedback, especially in the time we had in our country, was because people associate tax with what? They are collecting from my pocket and not the other part of tax. And that first part is important. Okay? Tax, why introducing new tax laws that you want to tax us more? You want to tax us to death, we are already struggling. Okay? Forgetting that there's also another function of tax, which is to drive behavior. Not that that first part will not come to fruition, because the reality of the matter is government of Nigeria has depended too much on revenue from oil and gas. There's so much focus on how much money they're generating in that industry that nobody thinks about tax. Nobody has thought about tax as what drives or what should influence government behavior. Okay? In many countries, and we all have friends in the US, we have friends in the UK, when it's tax season, who has heard a friend or a colleague or a relation say, I can't talk to you now, it's tax season, I'm doing my taxes? Have you? Yes? I'm filing my tax returns. Yeah. For those, if you do have, even someone you think is not doing it, is doing it. It's not, sorry, let me call it back. And I have to file my tax returns before it closes. Okay? We don't have that culture in Nigeria. And so for too long, the government has depended so much on how much the revenues they make from oil and gas. And unfortunately, we all see where the world is going. Okay, talk about sustainable development, renewable energy. Okay, prior to President Trump, previous American presidents and even global world leaders have talked about climate change and how we have to reduce what? Use of what? Petroleum products. And so that has influenced the future of and the sustainability of that source of revenue. And so government in many countries have now looked back to say, let us now focus on the usual, which is collecting taxes from people, which we have struggled to do in Nigeria. Okay, so the first part, that created the, negative energy and all the uproar, okay, is around payment of tax. Okay, so yes, for those who are not paying, you should be worried. For those who are paying, no worry for you at all. Okay, I'm saying that as someone who has looked a lot into the new tax laws. If you are paying tax already, I won't say no worries at all, sorry. Depends on how much money you are. This tax law is beautiful news for you, and that is the bulk of our population. The bulk of the population in this Nigeria ends below 22 million. The bulk. And I'm not saying 50, 60, 70%. 22 million naira annual. You know how many people earn minimum wage in this country? To end up to minimum wage in this country. So if you're doing 22 million and below, you're the bulk, and you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Okay? If you earn 22 million and above, or you don't pay tax at all, you should be worried. Okay? So that's the first part. So those who are angry about the new tax laws, most likely, maybe either knowingly or unknowingly, those who don't understand that they are part of the problem. Okay? Because if you are earning 22 million and below, you likely don't have any issues. So if you're complaining is because you just don't see, you haven't seen the full picture. Okay, at this moment in time, and it's up for debate, and I agree, it's up for debate around why you should pay more, because the counter argument, okay, if you are in this category, is that what am I getting in return for the additional tax I'm paying? And it's a very valid argument. You build your own road, you get your own water, you produce your own lights, you get your own security, you treat yourself. And if what GDP is saying today that government collects tax so that they can provide amenities, this government is not giving me any amenities, or past governments are not giving me any amenities, so why are you collecting more money from me? You are stealing from me. Okay? So that is the counter argument, that is the debate. It's a valid debate. We will not debate that now, we can look into it. But one thing I can say, in countries where citizens pay more and it touches their pockets, there is active participation. A lot of people have not actively participated in government and what government is doing because they are their own government, and so they can care less what they are doing in Abuja. Okay? And so to the extent that I am my own person, that's fine. But the moment that government who has not helped you in any way starts collecting your money, then you will now become interested in what that government is doing. So if there's any benefits we get from this, for those who are going to now pay more, which is not a significant population, you now need to, and they have a lot more influence on those who are below 22 million, which is also important. The 15%, okay, of those who are not going to pay more and who are going to feel the pinch are going to now become more interested in what government is doing. They will now influence those below to say, look, we need to keep an eye on what these guys are doing. So if there's anything benefits we get out of that, for those who are going to pay more, okay, is that involvement and that interest. The other part of why tax is collected, which is very important. How many names do I have? 25. Okay, the other part which is very important and helps an economy to grow and to stay alive, which Nigeria has struggled in terms of economic growth, and why they will tell you that unemployment rate is 133%, 133 million people, not the means of employment, 133 million out of 200 million people. You know what that does? When people are unemployed, what happens? noise. There are more people who are stealing, there are more headsmen, there are more bandits, there are more kidnappers. And what happens? Who has noticed? I mean, apart from the influence of social media and access to Western information, who has noticed that this whole the state of the economy also influences what our young people do, what the youth do with their time. Okay? I was speaking to someone the other day. I said, these days everybody is, is one of the big challenge for a lot of the businesses who have not come and the ones who 2 years ago picked up their bags and left. Of course, there was the forex issue, and it was a big issue because if I generate money in Naira, okay, when I came into the country, I brought my money into Nigeria, okay? Simple example, I brought it as 400 Naira, $1 million at 400 Naira, okay? And the CBN converted it to 400 million Naira for me, okay? I used that money, I toured in Nigeria, I did all the strategy, I did all the marketing, great product, employed people, I generated income. I generated 1 billion, okay? So I should be happy, yeah? From 400 million to 1 billion. The owners of that capital are somewhere in the US or somewhere in Europe. They want their money, we're all investors here. We buy shares, we do something, even if you to invest in that your nephew or niece's restaurant, and they are looking for returns. The person whose $1 million came into the country is looking for returns, it's not free. And then what happened? The valuation of the Naira moved to 1,200. So that 1 billion is less than the money you brought in. Okay? But importantly, the tax system and multiple taxes. We talked about number of taxes that some businesses pay. Why would you come into a country and you'll be paying up to 40 taxes, 50 taxes? And somebody leaves, another person comes on your door and is knocking and want to collect tax. And the people have to get involved. They are dealing with multiple agencies, they are paying multiple tax. That is a problem. The new tax law did something, okay? For those of you who have followed, brought out 4 different legislations. 4. Now, that 4 came from 27 laws. 4 came from 27. So 12 laws were repealed, okay? And 15 were amended. So 12 that are purely tax, they deleted it. It does not exist anymore. 12. And they went to 15 others. Okay? And there were tax provisions in those 15. And they removed all the tax provisions in those 15. And then brought everything, plus the ones inside the 12, and they put it in 4. Now it's easier. Think about it if you're an investor. Isn't it easier to read 4 documents than read 27? So even if it's just for somebody who wants to enter your business and wants, let's break it home. If you want to start business, don't you do due diligence? We all do due diligence. But those of us who have done, we all do it. Even when you want to enroll your child in school, or you want to go to a hospital, you want to buy a house, you want to rent. You say, oh, let's not rent. Okay, I want to go and check the house when it's raining to know whether it's flooding. So we all do small due diligence in our own way. Same way investors do due diligence before they bring that $1 million, because there are many destinations for that $1 million. And for those of us who have invested, I'm sure Sherry talk about investments earlier on. For those of you who have invested, you buy in Bank A, it says 2% return. Bank B, 3% return. Bank C, 4% return. Where are you putting your money? Where are you putting your money? Bank C. 2%, 3%, 4% is a no-brainer. So there's cash. There are people who have cash, even inside in this gathering today. Free cash. If I check very well now, some people have 1 billion sitting, looking for an opportunity. Nobody likes
your money to sit and share probably, I'm sure Share would have talked about it. You cannot have free cash doing nothing in the bank. Nothing, generating nothing for you when that money can be used to generate an income. Passive income. So some of us are working, they're paying us money, but you will have cash. Put it somewhere and get a return. So when you want to put that money somewhere, you're asking question, what will I get if I put in my 1 billion here? What will I get here? What will I get here? What are the risks? The same way an investor makes those decisions. And so if you're coming into a country like Nigeria and the tax system is not clear, and you have to rack your brain and hire so many advisors, and sometimes, and we all know the Nigerian factor still exists. Even after doing things properly, somebody comes and says, no, I disagree with you. You go to court. Which courts? Yeah? So, whether we like it or not, because tax has an impact on those decisions that people make around investments, about growth, about expansion. And you know what growth, investment, and expansion does? We talked about 133 million unemployed people. What does it do? It creates jobs for them. So it was important that those new tax laws came in. Because what they did was, all those are the Stamp Duties Act was 1939. Today, not from 1 January, today, the Stamp Duty Law was enacted in 1939. None of us here existed then. But that is the law we're still using today. If you look at that legislation, you see kobo, 20 kobo, 10 kobo. We can't use that legislation in 2025. Okay? So, very quickly, I'll stop at 3 o'clock. Bad news, the new tax law is bad news for some people. Okay? If you're earning about 22 million naira, thereabouts, okay? Above that, you're going to pay more tax, unfortunately. Okay? If you're not paying tax before, bad news. Okay? If you are playing the system, you are paying tax, but you are playing the system, bad news. Okay? You would have seen that, and I think the Fiscal Policy Committee, the chairman talks about it, that you see somebody who is doing business here, there is a rule that says that you will not pay tax. Okay? Because you are doing here. You see somebody else, just over one wall, doing the same business and is paying tax. Because somebody has access and somebody else doesn't have access. That is wrong. This person here will continue to thrive. Why? Because his products are going to be what? Cheaper. He's not paying tax. He's not paying tax. And sometimes these people that are inside that place not paying tax are not even Nigerian companies. So they do business, they don't pay tax, they ship the money out. The person who is on the other side of the wall, because he doesn't have access to that regime, is paying tax, doesn't sell as much, employs Nigerians, and he has to fire Nigerians. And so your brothers and sisters, my brothers and sisters are out of jobs, and they get to the street and they're now bandits. So bad news for those people. Okay? Foreign companies who are able to do business and earn income from Nigeria without sufficiently paying tax, bad news for them. Because the law is going to deal with them as well. Okay? So if you want to operate in Nigeria and derive revenue from Nigeria, come in, set up, pay tax. Otherwise, you pay more by continuing staying outside and doing business in Nigeria. So bad news for them as well. Okay? Tax evaders. I hope none of us here are tax evaders. Okay? Who don't incorporate entities, are just briefcase businesses and are just moving like this in Nigeria and hiding and jumping. Nobody knows anybody. Bad news for you. Why? There are provisions in the tax laws that are going to increase what? A lot more visibility. Okay, visibility is now going to be very important. So you are not known before, you are going to be known. How? Number one. You see banks before, I don't know who was a banker here. Any banker here? No? No.
banks before had to report certain transactions to the CBN and NFIU. Okay? Now they also have to report some transactions to the tax authorities. So if inflow of 25 million naira minimum comes into your personal bank account, best believe that the bank now has a responsibility to inform the tax authority that Rotary BC collected inflow 25 million naira. Okay, so the banks are now going to be awash with a lot of information now. The tax authorities, insurance companies as well have a duty to report. All financial institutions, only fintechs, are now going to report about you. Okay. There's also going to be a lot of exchange of information, and the president last year, or early this year, set up a single window, okay, where government agencies are now going to be exchanging information. So you cannot stay in this place and hide because this one does not talk to this one. No, they're going to be exchanging information. If you deal in Bitcoin and digital currency, virtual asset service providers now are now required every month now to report those who do business on their platform. So for the young people who are doing Bitcoin and that, they are going to be reported as well. So the tax authority is going to have a lot of information about everybody who has money going in and out within the system. Okay? So if you are hiding, bad news for you. Okay? Alright? There is also a requirement now for businesses now for every single transaction. So if you're a small business and you're supplying to MTN, or supplying to 30 banks, or supplying to Mobile, and you think that your 20 million naira, nobody sees it. The company, you know, we talked about the banks before. The company now, every single transaction, they must report it. Okay? So the authority are going to wash it so much information now, it's going to be very difficult for you to hide. Bad news for you. Okay? Of course, there's good news. We talked about the first good news. 22 million naira and above and below, don't worry, you can skip. Okay? Just go and rest. And it's the bulk of Nigerian population, so that's the plan rest and not going to pay a lot. Okay, I'm not going to pay anything. Just because once we did the calculations, and we saw that you don't pay more, okay, until you get to that affects, you know, your business interests, okay, my income, my reporting obligations. What am I going to expect from the Lagos State government, the Ogun State government, and all the other state governments that probably have an impact on what I'm paying? Okay, so this is a call to action, a call to reflect on yourself and potentially just get familiar with what is happening. I think it's 3 o'clock now. I'll stop here, and then if there are any questions, we can take them. You don't have another mic? This first question, the way I'm looking at the question that is coming, I need help, but let me just stand here.
Yeah, you see employment income, investment income, income from all other sources. You add them together, okay, and they will say
it's on the website. Oh, awesome! All right, please, it's important. I'm sure she'll share that maybe later on so that we can actually get. I think that's a must read in my opinion. She's undoubtedly a leader in recognizing her sterling contributions to public service and youth development. Her combination of experience, innovative thinking, and commitment to values makes her a suitable candidate for an exemplary one. She brings a fresh, forward-thinking perspective to any role she is given, enhancing its potential for success. That's a brilliant resume, if you ask me. I was expecting that I would have had like a round of applause by now. All right, so this is where we say thank you, Ma, for coming. It's a pleasure to have you. I give you the mic.
I am so really excited to be in your presence because I find women, well, my fellow Rotarian is bringing a chair to me because I've been having some knee issues recently. But wherever you find women are powerful. Do you agree with me? Can someone tell me why women are powerful? Because this is a woman's forum. Madam?
My name is Rotary, UP, Lekin. Well, I'm a woman. Men are powerful. You can see I'm powerful because we create. No matter what you give a woman, it's money. The woman will multiply it. Whatever you put in a woman's hand, just know that it will excel. That's all I can say for now. Thank you.
A round of applause for her. Do you know why I'm saying this before I start my lecture? Because I have been in the midst of women, especially in our culture. Our culture is diverse. And most of the time, women will tell you that they are being marginalized by men. And when they say that, I get pretty uncomfortable. Because I know who I am. I know how powerful a woman is. I know that behind every successful man, it's not just an adage, it's a woman. So when you understand your identity, everything about you shifts. When you're in the midst of menfolk, you won't feel intimidated. Because I work in the public sector, and I've had 26 years of experience in the public sector. Managing directors. I'm a director with one of the public parastatals agency, and it's a federal government parastatal. So I deal with men, and I have to understand, I want women to understand who they are and their identity. Can one more person tell me how powerful, what makes a woman powerful? What makes a woman powerful? Well, I don't want to go to the same person. I want us to be diverse. Madam? No, it's the same group. Madam? Yeah? Give it to them. Yeah, you.
I'm Rotary and I did a new Africa from Rotary Club of Sweden South.
What makes us powerful as women? What makes a woman powerful as a woman is knowledge of understanding by giving back to the society. So it makes us more powerful in our homes and in the society we find ourselves.
Thank you. Around an applause for her. You know, our distinctive role as a woman is to give birth. Giving birth is not necessarily giving birth to a child, because it's not every one of us that is blessed with kids. But one thing, it's very distinct. When you give birth, what is birth? Ideas. Ideas come in. And I can't, without much ado, to emphasize on this wonderful caption that captures our story today on emotional intelligence. I want to talk about a man who really understands a woman. His name is William Godling, born 1911 and died 1993. And that's why he lived a very good old age. You can see he understands women. And he says, I think women are foolish to pretend they are equal to men. They are far superior and always have been. Whenever you give a woman, she will make greater. If you give her sperm, she makes a baby. If you give her a house, she will give you a home. Am I correct? If you give her groceries, she will give you a meal. If you give her a smile, she will give you her heart. Right? If you give a woman a smile, she will give you her heart. She multiplies and enlarges what is given to her. So if you give her some crap, God help you. If you give woman some crap, God help you. Am I right? She's going to make you so uncomfortable. And so with that, I open this session on emotional intelligence. owners? 2 people. How many are employees? Same thing. Business owners, employees. Okay. No students here. Do we have students? No. How many business owners do we have here? Beautiful. Okay. My second person, at the opening, attendees, her name is Eke. So they put her picture and put her name under my picture. So she's my second, so I'll keep on calling you. Now, how many business owners do we have here? Okay. And how many employees do we have here? Students? Students? Okay. Retirees? Mama, retirees? Yeah. So how many business owners here? How many retirees do we have? How many students? So I will take you, the majority of us in this gathering need this particular thing, whether you're an employee, whether you're a leader, whether you're a business owner. It is not how smart you are. It is not the degrees that you have, making a first class in school, with a resume, what emotional intelligence. Can someone tell me what EQ is? It's called emotional quotient. What is an EQ? Where's my second? The one that assumed my name. Please come in. My clone. You put your name, my face, and your name under my face.
I don't think I know the formal definition.
No, just in a simple, we don't need definitions. We're going to be very practical here. So just tell me in a simple way, what is emotional intelligence? In your own words, no definitions.
So emotional intelligence is your ability, as they say, to read the room, to gauge the emotions, even before you open your mouth to speak. When you're in a gathering, in an official setting, you want to understand how people are receiving your message, whether they are listening, whether they are speaking quietly without actually saying something. So that's what I understand it to be, among other things.
Please clap for her. Is everybody in agreement what emotional intelligence is? So what emotions are you feeling today? I'm feeling return. Joy. Joy. Okay. Mama, what is your emotion today? Right now.
I'm as happy as everybody.
Joy, happy. Same thing. Any other?
Tired.
What emotion?
Relaxing.
Relaxing because you ate food. What emotions are you feeling? Sleeping. That's not an emotion. Zero. What emotion are you feeling? Emotion.
Fulfilled.
Fulfilled. Beautiful. What emotions are you feeling? What's my namesake, Carol? From the same club with me. What emotions are you feeling? You told me something very pronounced yesterday. You said you're committed to happiness. That you want to be a happy woman. So let's leave the happiness. What emotions are you feeling?
That's what I just wanted to say. You have just taken it away from me. Happiness. There's no other thing. I want to be happy at all times. Good energy. That's it.
She's always happy. But yeah.
Right now, as we are here, I can see the beautiful faces of everybody, all the women here. So that one gives me fulfillment, joy. Even when something wants to come out of me, I see women laughing. That one is even drawing me to them. So that satisfaction is there. Because it's like they are equally like turning my own, what is in me. They are giving me their own joy, and it's bringing my own joy out. So it's giving me satisfaction.
Their own joy is Please clap for her. A multiplying effect when you walk into a room. When just that's the way I feel right now. The moment I walk in and I saw a lot of women, I felt very good. I felt very phenomenal. Okay. Initially, yes, you can be anxious. We did take the message. So there's anxiety too, but because I'm the emotions. So we could say anxiety, we could say joy, We could say embarrassment. Some people could be embarrassed, right? So we could say anxious. We could say, what are the emotions when you're running a business? When you walk into your office and you're running your business?
I think number one.
Anticipation. Anxiety. And sometimes we have a mental health expert here, and we could feel depressed, isn't it? Those are the negative feelings. Now, how do you, this is where EQ comes in. I want to break it down for you. How do you walk in an environment? We have a diverse culture. You have Igbos with a cultural difference. You have Hausas with a cultural difference. You have Yorubas with a cultural difference. And then you work with these teams. Remember, cultural difference, whether you like it or not, your culture, where you grew up from, your environment, affects character. So how do you manage our cultural differences? Now, if you're blessed to work in an international organization where you have people from different countries, how do you navigate those differences? How do you manage an emotion when somebody walks into your office and probably, which is a regular thing in Lagos, and a car runs into him, right? You know how they drive, no rules, and then he runs into him and he's very upset, very angry, even very angry with the government. What's going on? The Gen Zs are here that I focus on, very critical of government. I'm very angry with government. Why is this happening? And then the car went swish and ran into the person. And that person comes to work. You know what the reaction is? What would be the reaction? Anger. So how frustrated? These are emotions. So I want you to understand what emotional intelligence is. So these are emotions. So how do you, as a leader, as a business owner, as an employee of labor, an employee, manage these emotions? Most people will tell you connections. I graduated from school, I don't have a job, and so, because I don't know anyone. And I will say my mind, because you never knew how to manage relationships. Do you understand? It's not about, life is about relationships. Life becomes easier when I know you, and you know someone who knows you, and you form a network, and I guess those are the reasons some of us are here, we want to talk. We want to build connections. We want to create an impact. We need support groups. Now, in this diversity of all of you sitting here, how do you build a relationship and how do you maintain it when all these things are done? Am I clear? So let's delve big time into it. How many minutes do I have so I don't go off point? 31 minutes. All right. So unfortunately, there's no presentation here. There's no PowerPoint for me to present. If I'm done and you want to go through the slides, it's pretty fanciful. I made it pretty attractive. See how it looks like feminine pink and all kinds. Good. So if you want to go through it, you can always go through my website and then I can send it to you. Okay? So let's look at it now. Now, the question isn't whether you are smart, like I said. The question is, are you emotionally intelligent to lead? It's not how smart you are. Are you emotionally intelligent to manage emotions of this diversity? So do you know this dancer? Her name? What's her name? How many people know this dancer? Her name? How many of you know her name? Yeah? Hello, Carol. Rotary Carol. We're here. How many people know? Stand up. Because she danced. You can't tell me you didn't see her today. How many of you know her name? Of course you would. You can see it. Majority of you do not know her name. And she came here, majority. And she came here and entertained you. You see what we are talking about, relationships? See what I'm saying? All it needs to is, hello, hi, my name is Caroline, what's your name? Okay, nice to meet you at this event. So can each one of you quickly shake hands with each other, take some Connections. School after school, next.
My name is a mouthful,
So what's the intention of
I know now.
You're an usher. What's the intention of going ushering? What's a good idea? Just to work at it. To meet people. I know. But that's what we're talking about, socials. By the end of this event, you're going to learn how to build a social skill. Get to know people you don't know, and get to know how to make introduction when you first meet people. Right?
What do you say?
I'm the facilitator.
I know your name. My light is hot. My phone is hot.
Now, IQ, let's look at why traditional leadership models fall short. You know the traditional leadership model? The traditional, the command and control. Do this, no? Do this. You don't do this. You know, you're talking and shouting. Women are good at this. You're talking and shouting at the top of your voice. You know why it fails? So let me they want to serve as volunteers. You know what they do first? They're telling me their certificates. I have a first degree in this, I have a master's program in that, you know. They keep on, you know, I have certifications in this, and I'm like, hey, I'm not interested, because I'm not interested in what you have. Can you just tell me your skill and why you want to join this nonprofit? So I am interested in skill. And believe you me, when I ask them what's your skill, honestly, but I don't know their skills. They're just there looking at me. Because the way our environment is, it's more about the book learning. What is your skill? You understand? What are you computer literate? Do you know how to write a content? Are you good with writing skills? Are you good with social skills? You know, social skills, you come into an environment and you want to know who is there, what they do. Are you good in navigating social skills? That's what I need to know. I'm not interested in your certificate. But anyway, that's why they don't have jobs and stuff. So we have 90% of top performers in any organization. They have emotional intelligence, better finance performance, and lower turnover in organizations. Now, let us understand what is 21st century leadership challenges. Global connectivity. Like I said, this is a world of tech, isn't it? So you have the globe in your laptop. Now, are you aware that we have remote learning? Are you aware that you can make money online? You don't really need to go get a job. Are you aware? The Gen Zs are good at it. Do you know you can earn dollars right with a laptop in your hand? Not the scamming, the real thing. Whether you're writing a content, whether you're a social media manager, whether you're a virtual personal assistant. So COVID has changed the way we reason, right? So how do you also manage that global connectivity? A white firm hires you, right? How do you interact with them? A white guy hires you, met them on LinkedIn, because LinkedIn is a professional group. How do you hire? What do you say? And you see, you know why I want to pull her out? It's not, no, that's not an excuse. You know why I want to pull her out? It's because she has a good social skill. She saw me sitting there in that sofa, and everybody was sitting here. She thought it was, she said, leave no woman behind. So she broke the ice, she walked up to me and said, am I okay? Why am I sitting there when everyone was here? But the real thing was not because I don't want to mix, it was because I have knee issues and I need to elevate the knee so that blood does not come downwards. And I explained it to her. So she has a very good social skill. So with LinkedIn, some of you are public shy, but you know how to talk behind the scenes and gossip. Why is this woman wearing a leather jacket in the hot sun? That's all women. Oh yeah, I know. So tell me, LinkedIn, you have a job. You want to be a virtual assistant, or you're trying to get a job. Let's assume that you're trying to get a job in LinkedIn. Now you're dealing with an international community. It's not Igbos or Yorubas, you know. So how do you go about it? Let's say I want to, okay, let's demonstrate something. Let's say, let me make it easier for you. You're sitting here, and you went to your laptop, okay? You heard that you can earn dollar, you know? Nigerians' money is depreciated and you need dollar. And most people are doing it now. What's your profession? Healthcare, okay? And you were told by a hiring, let's say I'm the hiring company stationed in New York, okay? And I see you in healthcare in LinkedIn. And I want to hire you to be my virtual assistant because my intention is to know what goes in virgin Africa. Africa is virgin. There's a lot of opportunities in this country, even though most people want to Japan. Okay? So what, I want to interview you. And I get to you. Hi. Okay. So we're on Zoom.
Okay, my name is Labo.
So I go, hi, hello. And I see this beautiful woman with spiky hair. So what do you say to me?
Hello, my name is Labo Johnson. I'm from Nigeria. But I'll tell you I have dual nationality. Since I'm talking to somebody abroad.
Talk to me. No. I'm the one.
Okay, I have
about this crowd. Talk to me.
British and Nigerian citizenship. I work with the health service, National Health Service in England as a registered nurse. I have a lot of skills in the healthcare and the nursing. And apart from nursing, I have skills in management, finance, restaurant business, fashion, cooking, sewing, and I love dancing and talking to people.
Wonderful. That's hey. You see, you've interrupted her. Oh, that's wonderful. That's you're such a great person. All these multitasking skills you have.
Yeah.
So what exactly are you going to do in my healthcare company where I'm trying to promote cancer awareness?
Early detection, awareness, and health promotion, good lifestyle. If they don't have good lifestyle changes, and regular checkups.
Wonderful. So what happened in Nigeria? Why did you reach out to me? I thought you had a lot of good healthcare system in your country.
I reached out to you because I'm interested in any foreign currency.
Okay, so what are you looking at?
I'm looking at you. Your beautiful eyes.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. Your pay. My what? Your pay. My pay. Oh, my pay. Well, I'm not too busy, but I'll take the going rate in the market.
How much is your pay? What amount are you expecting?
$5,000 £5,000 a month.
£5,000 a month. Okay, thank you, and I'll get back to you. Okay. Give her her. Clap for her. Yeah, she's good. Now, you see what happened? You see where culture comes in? You see what I'm saying? I want to go to Canada, Gen Zs. You know, young people, I want to go to school. You know, but do you have those necessary, you know, understanding culture? In our culture, this sells. I want to make money. You ask everyone, they say they want to make money. But you're talking to someone from another culture, and he says, what is your intention? Why did you reach out to me? You know what I would have said? Can anyone tell me what you should have said? Because I heard you yesterday talking about white guys in England and how this woman, Bucknell, the current sitting prime minister, how she feels inferior, is complex. Please, can you come out? Give her a round of applause. Okay, so I heard you say all that and I got interested quietly.
About me or like currency, but I'll say something like, I think your company's, I might say something like, I think your company's value aligns with mine, and I like to, you know, give value, and I like to give back to society in some sort of way. I just came, so I didn't really get some bits, but I might say something like, I see that your values, your vision, I went through your mission and vision statement, and I saw that it aligns with my values, and I would like to work with the company.
So how much are you expecting?
I'll probably say, oh, this is how much I would usually charge, or this is how much like I am worth. But one thing I realized with companies is you should actually go a little bit above what you normally would earn, because to give room.
Direct question. I'm asking you communication. Direct question. How much are you going to ask?
If she's saying our rate is like usually £5,000, I probably would say something like 7,000 to give room for negotiation. I could say something like, currently, based on the market rate and my experience, I usually would charge £7,000, but sorry, $7,000, but I'm giving room for some slight negotiation.
Wonderful. Give her a round of applause. Now, before you do that, you do was a background check done? Yes. This is New York, right? So this is American. Americans do not pay in a month, do they? For those who have lived in the US.
Weekly.
They pay weekly. So, and they pay per hour. So how much is it per hour? So you didn't do the background check. You use the same Nigerian culture, which is a monthly payment, to judge it. So you don't even have current information. And then why am I going to pay you $7,000 because you want to earn dollar? Right? So this can sell here. Why I'm saying this is it can sell here. But when you're dealing with a diverse group in a different culture, everything changes. And if you don't know it, ladies and my fellow women, if you don't know it, the world, you can get anything in this world. Should I envy this new generation? Because all you have to do is go to your laptop and then Google the information. And now that you have AI, you go to ChatGPT and say, hey, how much is the average earning power per week for a virtual assistant? And then why would he employ you in a acquired language? Remember, you have your native tongue. English is not your tongue. So why there will be something unique about you that will make him employ you? So you have to work on your unique selling proposition, right? Am I okay? Yes. Am I boring you? No. Am I communicating? This is part of emotional intelligence. Is it okay? Okay, all right, thank you. What's your name then? Lesson? So, now, before we dive in, let's go almost to the main thing before I end this program. This is the most interesting part. There are 5 pillars of emotional intelligence. 5 pillars. Self-awareness. Secondly, self-management. Thirdly, social awareness. And then EQ development plan. And then finally, relationship management. So these are the 5 pillars of emotional intelligence. Now, let us look at what is self-awareness in emotional intelligence. Self-awareness. Knowing yourself is self-awareness. Now, when we look at self-awareness, it's into two parts. You have the inward facing and you have the outward facing. Now, the inward facing is understanding. You see, emotional intelligence has to do with self-worth. Right? If you have self-worth, you know, you wouldn't be afraid of walking to anyone and saying hello. You know, we talked about it. So you wouldn't be afraid of walking to anyone and saying hello. Most people don't do that, not because they're not smart, but because of fear. Yeah, fear. That's why I started this with what is a woman, for you to understand how powerful you are. If I know your strengths and weaknesses, but you know what happens to each woman? We're all women. We have common denominator. We like to focus on what we don't have. So when I see Bola, who's my friend and my sister, Bola is slim. She's got children. She's not looking fat. She can compete with any Gen Z. Oh yeah. Bola, stand up, stand up. This is interactive session. This is a straight talk for women. We're all women. Good. So here's Bola, a mother. Okay? And look at her. Nowadays, men like it slim and cute. That's why they keep their mistresses out. The woman stays at home and eats pounded yam and go big. Let's be realistic. And then, you know, the man will tell you, "You so darling, it's okay. You know, eat. You know, you look good. He likes you." And then when he leaves you, he will come to rejoice. And he's looking at her because she's got a waistline, right? Now, this woman who's got children is slim, beautiful, you will know she has babies. The point is, when she passes me, I'm looking at her and I'm saying, "Oh my God, Bola, you look good, you know? And here I am, I wish I had this waistline. I gotta do a lot of exercises to get here. You know, and now the knees are crunching." You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at my weaknesses, isn't it? But I have my strengths, don't I, Bola? Yeah? So what do you think is my strength?
Your ability to really connect with people easily. That's your most strength.
Okay, thank you, Bola. Huh? So now, if I know that it is my ability to connect with people easily, doesn't that give me a sense of self-worth? So I'm no longer basing my identity on how I look. I'm basing my identity on my content, isn't it? And that's powerful. Because no matter what happens, you're going to depreciate with age. By the time you're 60, when the beauty is all gone, you've got nothing to show anymore. Then you start doing emotional reactions, identifying. Remember, we're looking at inward facing. You're looking at yourself first before you look at others. Good. So inward facing, identifying personal triggers. What triggers me? What triggers you? What makes you so upset? You have to identify what is a pattern. What makes you upset? Sometimes, you know, when you squeeze an orange, what do you get? Orange juice, right? When you squeeze bitter lemon, what do you get? So bitter lemon, juice. So you don't squeeze bitter lemon and get oranges, right? So it means that nobody has the capacity to trigger you. Am I correct? It is what is inside you. If you're in a perpetual state of happiness and somebody tells you you're a fool, you see what that guy did? Let me give the example of the prodigal guy. I don't want to be political here. You see what that young army officer did? Right? You are a fool. Sir, I am not. You know what? Because he knows who he is. So this guy cannot put him on parenthesis. He can't label him. Right? He can't make him insecure no matter the power and the periphery of power he came with. He can't subdue him. So he kept on. You know that thing he's doing? It's called reaffirmation. Right? When people say you're stupid, you don't react. I will come to that point. You say, I'm not stupid. I'm intelligent. That's what he was saying. It's an affirmation. I'm an army officer, sir. You're a fool, no? I'm an army officer and I'm acting from orders. Sir, that guy demonstrated what? Emotional intelligence.
Which wicked is that?
Yes. No, I don't mention any name here. I don't want to be political. These guys are recording. So, because I might go looking for WePay for a contract, I heard you say something on YouTube. So don't get me in trouble. So you have outward facing, under self-awareness, understanding others. Have you heard when you say people are so selfish? It's all about you, me. I'm glad Rotary is not like that. Most of us came here to make an impact, right? Yeah. So understanding others, reading the environment. Someone mentioned it here.
This is at the garage now before we get to the police station. Wait, rewind. She will tell the witness to come to the garage before they get to the police station, before you come. Oh yeah, we are the witnesses we came. I'm the sister, the auntie or lecturer. Oh yeah, me I have arrived. I'm only to speak. Hello, sister, I don't understand this at this moment again.
Orí ẹ̀ ti burú. Orí láì gbogbo fámìlì yẹn tẹ́ ọ̀tún mọ́tò yìí ṣe. Jésù wá sùn ẹ̀wọ̀n, wá kú sẹ́wọ̀n. Ọlọ́pàá àti àlè sọ̀rọ̀ máa ń lọ sí tẹ́sán. Kí lè gbọ́ mi sọ̀rọ̀? Orí ẹ̀ lẹ́ burú ni. Orí mọ́tò àpànìyàn. Ẹ̀rọ irú ẹ̀rí ní ìlú.
A good night's meal, right? And some of you were sleeping. Now when I introduce that, everybody woke up, right? Good. So that's emotional intelligence showing. But how can we handle this? So I'm going to end this program. I'm going to give you food for thought on how to have taken control of this response. Because what happened here was a reaction. Do you agree with me? There was a reaction. So action, reaction. Action, impulse. Reaction means acting with impulse. You just, without thinking, wrong. Impulse. Already you flare and then you have an enabler who came in and said, you know, she enjoys it. Scatter the whole thing. And all of you know that language. So, as you go back to your various homes and other things, please, I want you to be committed to always remember the acronym PAUSE. Simple. Pause. P stands for stop before reacting. Hit the car, comes in, look at what happened. Watch the eye, make an eye contact. Quietly and calmly. Look at him. Look at the car. Look at him. He's expecting a reaction. Keep on thinking, what do I do? Recognize how you are feeling. Because most of the time, you don't acknowledge your inner spirit. It's always a reaction. Okay? So P is to pause. The second one is to acknowledge. You see, because you're trying to understand what goes into your spirit. You're not going to make a reaction. So what is the trigger here? What's going on? You look inwards. That's inward facing. You're looking inwards. I'm mad. I'm angry. As you're wondering, these are emotions. Do emotions solve problem? No. So what am I going to do? I'm angry, yes, but anger is not going to solve this problem. You're there standing, watching it. He's watching you with your candy eye. I'm wondering, who is this woman? He's not scared of you. You're not reacting. You're thinking and giving him you're looking at him. And you're acknowledging and recognizing how you're feeling, which is anger, frustration, not just anger. You just bought a brand new car, and you know how much it costs to buy the brand new car, and this stupid guy just bashed your car. So you're angry, you're frustrated. You're calculating, how am I going to fix this? Assuming you don't have insurance, how do I fix this vehicle? Meaning that I have to take it back to the company, and then they have to spray. But remember that when they spray a brand new car, it's not the same with factory. So this guy has messed you up, you know. So you're upset, you're frustrated. Acknowledge feelings. You is to understand why is this triggering you. And have your phone and call the law enforcement, and they go pick him up. When they pick him up, as you're talking to the law enforcement, it's not about arguing with them, who hit the car, the story, back and forth. That's not necessary. Police officer, I want this dude to fix the car, and he has to.
My name is Oluwa Eniton Sophie, and for me, emotional intelligence is something that I've come across. I'm a lawyer, by the way, and that's one of the things that we do regularly, dealing with clients and intimidation. But one thing that is standing out for me again and again is I'm responsible for how I react or how I respond to something. I cannot control how the other person chooses to behave, but I will not be caught misbehaving because I have everything to lose and to protect. I don't know what the other person does not have to lose. So I have to respond to things. I'm learning not to react because sometimes people want to take you for a fool and you're feeling like, no, this is not me. But at that point, you ask yourself, what do I stand to gain from this or what do I stand to lose? And when you weigh the options, so just learn to respond and not react. Thank you.
All right. Because this is one of the tools that maybe we are all working together. But one thing that's sticking out for me now is that acronym called POS. And the final solution is the solution. Like, how do we get this resolved? No panic, no stress, just be your baby girl soft. That's just it. Thank you.
Say hello. Say hi. All right. Strike the key. We are the one. This way. We are the children. Come on. We are the ones who make a brighter day. So let's start giving. There's a choice to make it. We say we now or now. It's true, we make a brighter day. Just you and me. Come on, sing it again. We are the one. We are the one. We are the children. We are the children. We are the ones to make a brighter day. So let's start giving. It's true, we make a better day. Just you and me. Come on, sing it, sing it. We are the one. We are the children. We are the children. We are the one. We are the ones to make a brighter day. So let's start living. Are you serious?
Hey, Lori. Someone should call him Lori.
Oh my goodness. I'm so proud right now.
If it's possible to organize 3 or 4 pastors.
Are you serious?
This yellow house. They are all possessed.
take our attention, things that can make us worried. So what healthy detachment means is that we've done our part, we've done our hard work, and then we trust that everything is going to be fine. So it helps with your mental health. It helps you not to have anxiety.
So take deep breaths. I'll show you how. So take in all the air you want to take. Make sure you're not doing it first because it defeats the purpose. Make sure you're relaxed. Every second while let everything out. Just like that. So we're going to close our eyes. We're going to sit like this. You can place your palms on your knee. Your palms facing up. Close your eyes and begin to breathe like I just demonstrated. Taking slow and deep breaths. Now we're going to bring our awareness to the theme of the practice, healthy detachment. So I'll explain what it means. It also means something different to you. So take what aligns with you and leave.
Take 10 more deep breaths.
Take one more deep inhale. Exhale, gently release and open your eyes. We're going to start with what we call child's pose. So stretch your arms long, make sure your elbows are straight out.
Everybody alignment, in the right alignment. Take your arms out wide. So this pose helps is very good for relieving tension in your hips. Make sure your big toes are touching. And then take your hips as close to your heels as possible, and then stretch your hands long in front of you. Make sure your elbows are straight. Stretch out. I am briefly here for 10 breaths. The big toes are touching. Like that, that's it. No, you open your hands like this.
Take 3 more deep breaths.
bit. So make sure that your knees. Yeah. A little bit like this. That's a good. Yes. So just make sure it's on there. Just straight line. Look at them. Straight line. Put your palms down. Okay. Straight line. That's really good. Really good. Okay. Yeah, like that. Like okay, so you just put your palms down on the mat. Make sure that your wrists are directly below your shoulders, like this. Now we're going to take what we call cat and cow. So here the movement is synchronized with your breath. So I'll show you. So you take a deep inhale, because I have to talk, I'm going to hold the microphone. Just watch. So your both palms are down. Just ignore this hand holding the microphone. So then take a deep inhale. As you're breathing in, you're taking your head all the way up. And then you're dipping this tailbone down. And then when you're exhaling, you're rounding your back. You're tucking your chin to your chest. We'll do this 5 times. It's called cat and cow. They're good relief for your spine, good relief for your lower back.
Hold the microphone so that you can.
Thank you. So like this, take a deep inhale. Arch your back. Exhale. Round your back. Tucking your chin to your chest. So 5 more times. A deep inhale. Lift up, take your head all the way back. Exhale, round your back, tuck your chin towards your chest. One more round, take a deep inhale. Exhale. So you can practice these poses at home too. See that you show the alignment. So next one we're going to take is some thread over here. Yep. Exhale, thread the needle. Take it this way under your right armpit. Drop that left hand down. Drop your left cheek down. Stretch your right hand long in front of you. Make sure your elbows are straight, your hands are straight. Another 10 deep breaths. Your wrists are directly below your shoulders. Like this, right? You want to take your right knee in front of your right arm. Yeah? Wait, again. Then we're going to take the right knee in front of the left side. Can you see it? And then you need to stretch your arms long in front of you. Drop your forehead down. Like this? Yes. Like this.